present. The Seminole Sports Network. On the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield, Florida State University basketball is on the air.
Look out below, a two-hand clam, and the freshman doing work.
This is the Truist Countdown to Tip-Off. Truist, the official retail bank of Florida State Athletics.
Crosses over between the legs, top of the key, three on the way, he got it!
Pre-game coverage is also sponsored by People's Gas, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back. Learn more at peoplesgas.com. And by Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of the Florida State Seminoles. Now let's go live to the arena. Here's the voice of the Seminoles, Jeff Culhane.
Well, 5 games to go and a huge opportunity tonight for Leonard Hamilton and his Florida State basketball team to build momentum on their way to the ACC tournament in Washington, D.C. Tonight, at a place that has not been a friendly venue to the Garnet and Gold in Littlejohn Coliseum, we take on the Clemson Tigers. Florida State has not won in this building in 5 years and just twice in our last 8 trips here. But all of that is in the past, as they say, and today is a new day. Coming off a much-needed win Tuesday night, the Seminoles know they can play with anyone in the ACC, but the Noles will need to bring the best version of themselves on the road over a full 40 minutes if they want to tame a Tiger bunch that they are tied with in the ACC standings. Expect a hard-fought physical battle on a Saturday night here in Clemson, South Carolina. From the sparkling shores of the Emerald Coast all the way through the Florida Keys, this is Seminole basketball. And good evening, Noles fans. It is the final ACC game of the day, a 7:52 p.m. Eastern tip time, and we're here to get your Saturday night started. Welcome into our Truist Countdown to Tip-Off show. It's Florida State at 14-12, 8-7 in ACC play, and Clemson coming in at 18-8, also 8-7 in ACC play. If you take a look at the standings and you try and diagnose how things are shaking out right now, as we just mentioned, both the Noles and the Tigers are at 8-7. Wake Forest got a huge win over Duke, one of their biggest wins in their recent program history today, beating the Blue Devils. They are now 10-6 in 4th place in the ACC standings. NC State, who we'll see at the Tucker Center late Tuesday night, they beat Boston College earlier today. They are 9-7. Pitt is at 8-7. They are taking on Virginia at the Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as we speak, and that is an absolute dogfight, a back-and-forth affair between the Panthers and the Hokies right now. So there's a ton on the line as far as the standings, and we're all chasing that coveted double bye, which would give you a trip all the way to Thursday into the quarterfinal round game. And in that conversation, you're trying to set yourself up, if you're the Seminoles, for the best chance for success in Washington, D.C., because it would appear that winning the ACC tournament is your most likely opportunity right now to get into the big dance in the NCAA tournament. Let's bring out my broadcast partner, my good friend Jacob Ridenauer. JR, good to have you with me, my friend. Here we go on a Saturday night. This place, not a ton of great memories here, but it's a chance for us to make some new memories for sure in this game tonight. We're coming off that win on Tuesday night. What did you like? What have you liked when we have been playing well, Jacob? What are the things with this team, this version of Florida State basketball, that are going the right way and the things we'll need to do here tonight to get a win?
Well, consistently when they take their time and get the ball in the paint and take mid-range jumpers and take advantage of shots that they're shooting 61%, I believe, is what they're shooting from the floor right now in the last 6 games from when you go to twos, you know. But they shot the 3 late against Boston College, shot the 3 really well. You're going to have to shoot some threes tonight because Clemson is going to be pulling the trigger from deep. Yeah. You know, they got their whole perimeter is shooting threes, and one of the best three-point shooters in the country in Girard, the Syracuse transfer. But you just got to play defense. Looking back to the last game up there and down in Seminole land in Tallahassee, where the game was still in check. You had a chance to win the game, but I look back at my notes from that game, and it's like they weren't playing defense. Yeah. Like we didn't have that fire that was the game before against Georgia Tech, etc. The defense shows up tonight, which has been showing up lately. It's going to be a good game, and you just got to contain Hall and Shefflin on the glass, and you know It's simple. It's just another night in the ACC.
Just another night.
It's not hard work.
In the Atlantic Coast Conference. You're exactly right. Let's go back to that first meeting back just over a month ago at the Tucker Center as Florida State was building momentum. That was earlier on in ACC play, and that was a Saturday game with Clemson in town where the Noles had a chance to really build some huge momentum with a win over Clemson, who we've lost now 3 times in a row to. And that was a game Clemson absolutely needed when you go back to that point in time in the season. They had just kicked one here in the game prior to Georgia Tech, blowing a 9-point lead with under 2 minutes to go and losing in double overtime at home to the Yellow Jackets. You could tell Brad Brownell had that team ready to play. All of the trends, all the things leading up to that game that had given Clemson problems, they erased in that contest. And they really, in the last 10 minutes, dictated the tempo, the pace, and the terms of that game en route to a 78-67 win. What do you feel like Leonard Hamilton, Stan Jones, and company can take from that game, implementing the game plan this time around to put this team in the best position for success with your recall of that one?
Well, you got a little bit of a reverse situation where Florida State needs to be locked in, and Clemson just thrashing Georgia Tech earlier this week. It kind of puts Clemson in a different mindset. You can look at it like, they're locked in, they're going to cause problems, but not really, like that doesn't necessarily happen with 20-year-old kids, Now they got a couple veterans in their transfers, et cetera, but you got to think that Florida State just needs to weather the storm. It was a storm up there, 4 different waves. Florida State took control, Clemson came back, Clemson took control, Florida State pulled back, and you had a few possessions where they didn't sustain it, and then it got out of hand and ended up losing double digits to Clemson. So I think it can be a really good matchup. It's gonna be heaven or hell, one of the two.
There's no doubt, and certainly last season was hell. We don't need to go into that recall a whole lot. That was not a fun night as Clemson was working to get themselves off of the bubble, and they were trying to make a statement for the committee, and they did against the Florida State team that was essentially on their way out last season. And so definitely different circumstances this time around with our trip to Little John Coliseum here this season. Well, you go back to the win on Tuesday night. You had some guys really step up, Jacob, in the absence of Darren Green Jr., who we are told is available tonight. He's dressed. He is warmed up. It sounds like he is going to play. Not sure if he will start or not, but he will be available tonight for Leonard Hamilton this game. I'm going to give you the 2 guys I thought were tremendous Tuesday night. Jamir Watkins just continues on this torrid pace. Double-figure scoring in a career-high 12 straight games. He scored in double figures 21 times this season. Had a double-double, 22 and 11 against BC Tuesday night. Tied a career high with 3 threes made. And then Chandler Jackson made his 2nd career start. It was a day after his 20th birthday, so he's kind of riding on cloud 9, right? Having a great time. And it carried over. He played like he was blowing out candles and unwrapping presents still. Tied a career high, eclipsed his initial career high of 17 and a new career high 19 points for Chandler Jackson. And Chandler has been tremendous, Jacob, in his last 5 games, 11.2 points per game, 71% from the field, and 5 of 10 from 3 in his last 5 contests overall. Those 2 guys really fueled us. And if we can get that kind of, we know what we're getting with Watkins. If Chandler can play that way on the road tonight, he gives us another body and another added area of results there that can really help us on the road tonight.
Yes, because he's a big body. He's good at using his body, getting in a paint, getting downhill, jump stops, and he can really knock it down. So he isn't added when his defense is on, because he can really defend too, using his body almost like a safety in there, the way he moves around. So he's big. But then Jalen Worley. There's a lot of guys that can have a great game tonight, because their guards are not necessarily better than Florida State's guards. I wouldn't say that, when you line them up compared to their skill sets, But the bigs are the difference with P.J. Hall and Shefflin. But Cam Corn's coming along good, not just offensively in the way he's shooting the ball, but he's a presence on defense, can't get in foul trouble with those bigs. That, like, up and down in Tallahassee, I keep saying up. Because we're elevated.
We are elevated. We are literally.
We're way up here.
We're way up top from our usual spot tonight here at Little John.
But so down in Tallahassee, the game was different because P.J. Hall and Shefflin both got in foul trouble, went to the bench, and then they played with all guards for like 4 or 5 minutes at the end of the first half, which was a total like shocker for everybody for a situation for Brad Brownell and the way he plays his game. So it's a really good chance, I think, playing off the guys that have been playing well lately, like you're saying, with Worley and Jackson and Watkins, and you get Darren Green in there, that adds an. Pickleberry's been getting more minutes. He's still not knocking down shots. His defense is there. He's got a good-looking stroke and can shoot it. He's just got to stay in rhythm and keep going with it. And then you also got, you got Tom House out there that can come in there and pull the trigger and get some shots up.
Yeah, he can. He can definitely, when his number is called, let it fly. That is for darn sure. You mentioned Jalen Worley. I'm glad you brought him up. He was tremendous as well Tuesday night. And Jacob, I don't know if this is necessarily 100% true, but I feel like when Jalen Worley is at the best version of himself, that kind of equates over to Florida State being the best version of themselves. When he plays very well, and I'm not talking about scoring, it helps, but when he supplements and gets you 8 to 12 to 13 points, but he defends, steals, deflections, and distributes and takes care of the basketball, that feels like where we are at our best and gives us the best chance to win, especially in a venue like this. 2.7 to 1 assist-to-turnover ratio in ACC games is second best in the entire league, and that's what you want from Worley. You want that kind of production, those kinds of numbers. He's going to have that same kind of game tonight if we want a shot to win.
100%. He's got to stay out of foul trouble, which has happened at times this season, and especially early. Don't go to the bench. Don't have to go to the bench in the first 5 minutes of the game. That would be a tough setback. But yes, I'm with you. He's a little bit like the motor that runs the bus.
Yeah.
Like when he's on, and everybody just kind of goes with him. It's like you've got your usual suspects that are going to do their jobs and chip in where they chip in almost somewhat consistently. Of everybody has a little role. But when Worley's up, I feel like I'm with you that you get a lot better results with Florida State's basketball team.
Jacob, let's talk about this Clemson team. Brad Brownell's in his 13th season, the all-time winningest coach in Clemson basketball history, 55 years of age. And right now they are solidly in the NCAA tournament. Their non-conference has really saved their bacon with some of their head-scratchers in conference play here this year. But they've got some impressive wins at Alabama, at North Carolina in league play for just the second time ever a few weeks ago. They also beat a South Carolina team earlier in the year, which is a top 20 team right now in college basketball, and that is looking like, obviously, a huge, huge win. And, you mentioned the guards, and their guards are Chase Hunter and Joe Girard. Girard speaks for himself with his capability shooting the three, but I think he hit it right on the head. We got just bludgeoned on the glass at home last month by them, minus 17, out-rebounded 39 to 22. We've got to find a way to help out and do whatever we can to make P.J. Hall and Ian Shefflin their nights as difficult as possible. And Shefflin might be the most improved player in the ACC from last year to this year. He's having one heck of a season, really out of nowhere with what he's doing. And he's actually shooting the three decently as well as a big man.
3 for 4 against Georgia Tech the other night. And so was P.J. Hall, 3 for 4 from deep. Both of them shooting the ball really well this week. But yes, Shefflin, without a doubt, has got to be on the tip of everybody's tongue for the most improved player in the league. And, to me, I'd like to see who's better than him in the country, as far as improvement. I'm sure there's some statistical numbers that look crazy, but what he does for his team when he's effective for them, he is the motor that runs their bus. They got a lot of players on their team, but he's without a doubt their heart and soul with his efforts on the glass. But crazily, in that game, I look back at my notes and we talked about this earlier today, where there was only 7. The rebounds in the second half. There's 8 rebounds in the second half for Florida State, which is an unbelievable number.
Total. That's
and only 3 rebounds. At the 8-minute mark in that game,
Unreal.
Florida State had 3 rebounds in the second half, which is insane. But yet they were down by 2.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you can cut into that and not let that gap that we're talking about, the 17-point gap in rebounds, because the problem is Clemson dominates the defensive glass.
Mm-hmm.
They're number 2 in the league in defensive rebounding. And so at 27.7 a game, right? And Florida State is dead last. I hate to say that, folks, but I got to keep it real. But it's really not that far off. They're 23.6.
Yep.
Only 4 rebounds off. But the difference is, Florida State's trying to get out And Clemson's trying to clean up. You know, they're saying now they don't want to run as much as Florida State does. And in another odd situation, very seldom do you look at a Clemson Brad Brownell team as scoring a lot of points.
Right.
That's never been his forte. But, you know, this year they're number 4 in the league in overall points at their 79 points a game, basically, which is really and then Florida State's right there on their heels. In ACC play, they're both scoring 76 a game.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's just like it's so many things that are just a toss-up. And this quasi-rivalry here turns out to be like just a weird game every time.
No question, and both teams need wins here down the stretch.
Both of them, 2 different reasons, but they both are in dire straits.
Yep, no doubt about that. Hey, our tip-off show brought to you by Truist, the official retail bank of Florida State Athletics. Truist, when you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. And Knowles fans, when you're not able to be at the talk, join the only official FSU watch party at American Social Bar and Kitchen. Locations in Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Tampa, and Orlando. Online at AmericanSocialBar.com. Coming up, a conversation from earlier this week on Inside Seminole Basketball with Florida State point guard Jalen Worley. That's on the other side. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler, like choosing Truist One Checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truist One Checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Gear up for Knowles Hoops this season with the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics, Oyster City Brewing Company. Enjoy a variety of their delicious craft beer, including the new and exclusive officially licensed FSU beer Legacy Lager at their local tap room right down the road from the Tucker Center on West Gaines Street or at retailers across the state. And remember to please drink responsibly. Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics.
This is Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
Discover the Champion Auto Advantage. For more than 10 years, a dedicated team at Champion Auto has been helping drivers find the high-quality pre-owned vehicles they're looking for. Their dedicated staff can assist you in finding your ideal, reliable pre-owned vehicle at the right price. Visit them today at their location on West Tennessee Street in Tallahassee and experience the quality customer service that has made Champion Auto a trusted name in the Tallahassee community and beyond.
Need a battery? Do y'all carry automotive batteries?
Yes, sir.
What about for watches and laptops?
We got it.
Cameras?
Absolutely.
Even for lawnmowers, motorcycles, and golf carts?
Want that installed?
Every battery for every device. From old to new, big to small, and anything in between. Our friendly, knowledgeable staff will help you find and install the battery you need. Visit Battery Source at any of our locations in North Florida or South Georgia.
Hey, Florida Farm Bureau members get free tickets to select FSU men's basketball games. Just visit myffbf.org to sign into your account. Then file the prompts for attractions and sports and sporting events to get your 2 free tickets. Tickets offered on a first-come, first-served basis and are subject to availability. Not a Farm Bureau member. Visit myffbf.org and register to become a member today. Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, proud to support FSU Athletics. As the Clemson Tigers emerge from their locker room onto the floor, and the Clemson pep band playing the fight song for the Tigers as we speak, and the students on their feet clapping along in unison. Well, earlier in the week, live from Glory Days Grill in Tallahassee every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. during the basketball season, Inside Seminole Basketball. Love to see you out there. I had a chance to catch up with Florida State junior point guard Jalen Worley and talk about the win over BC and getting ready for this matchup tonight. And we're very excited to be joined by our next guest who has been playing at a high level. He's one of the veterans on this Florida State basketball team. Can we give it up a big round of applause for junior point guard Jalen Worley, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. A little home cooking crowd tonight. Yes, that's got to feel good, huh?
It does, definitely does.
Yep, it's great to see you, and congratulations on that win last night. Looked like you guys were having a lot of fun out there. How much did that win mean to you, as I know you're trying to kind of break through a little bit of a stalemate over the last couple of weeks for you guys with a victory?
Yeah, it was definitely a big win for us, especially at home, defending the tuck. And I feel like we did a lot of good things that we can build on going into this next stretch of games. So it was definitely big for us to get a win before we play again this Saturday. You know, we just mentioned, and Coach brought it up, right now you are tied for the league lead in ACC games at 2.7 to 1 assist-to-turnover ratio. That is a big-time number right there. And when I say that, what comes to mind for you right away? Because it's obviously a big part of who you are as a player, taking care of the basketball, but distributing and getting guys in good spots as well. Yeah, it is. I really take joy and pride in seeing my teammates succeed and score. So I try to the best of my ability to not give the other team the ball and to make sure my guys get good shots. So hearing that stat definitely reassures that we're doing a lot of good things as a team. You know, offensively, you've been fun to watch all year long as a squad. You guys have no issue putting the ball in the basket. Kind of take me through that. Offensively, this group, and I know Coach is continuing to get the best out of you, looking for you to continue to keep the ball moving side to side and being unselfish overall. But what do you feel like have been the main keys to your guys' success offensively, putting the ball in the basket here this season? I feel like we have a lot of talented guys who can do different things that kind of complement each other. And the whole coaching staff has just been working just for how we can continue to make each other better and kind of put us in positions that some of us are good at certain aspects or scoring in this area. So we've kind of just been trying to, as the season has gone on, grow to learn more about our teammates so that we can help each other be successful. Yeah, it feels like a tight group as well. I mean, you've got a lot of guys and you got some new guys, obviously, that have learned and are growing in their first year in the system overall. I know, Jalen, that takes time, right? I mean, you're in your third year, and everybody's still growing as a player day in and day out. But it seems like when this group is playing at a high level, playing to their potential, you can beat anyone in the ACC right now. Just kind of speak to that with the potential of this basketball team, and when you guys are tight, how good you can be out there on the floor over 40 minutes. Yeah, I feel like we can beat anybody. I think earlier on the show you're talking about our success on the road. It kind of just shows that even in environments that, aren't necessarily comfortable, we can beat anybody. We play anywhere between like 10 to 12, 13 guys, so it just shows how much depth we have as a team. So I feel like if we continue to grow and play to each other's strengths, we can beat anybody really in the country. Yeah, I would agree with you. It's been a fun watch, and when you guys have it cooking, you are right there with some of the best teams, certainly in the ACC and definitely in all of college basketball. I know we talked about this last year, but I find it fascinating, your basketball lineage from Philadelphia, with your father, your grandfather, and obviously your godfather as well. Walk me through that. You were born to play basketball, Jalen. Kind of take me through that and growing up in Philly, learning the game and how all those people had influences on you growing up as a basketball player. Yeah, so growing up, I don't think I knew it as much as I should have, how much basketball lineage I had. I think my family members kind of kept it short and sweet, not realizing how many great basketball players came through. But I was always just around the game, and I'm grateful that my parents let me naturally just fall in love with it. But my godfather was Wilt Chamberlain, and then my dad's godfather was Wilt Chamberlain, and then they both played Division I at St. Joe's, and then my grandpa played for the 76ers as well. So when you find that out when you're a little older, you kind of just look like you guys couldn't have told me this, or I feel like I'm the last one in the loop. So, but yeah, I'm grateful that they let me just fall in love with the game organically. And your father, he didn't, when you needed him for basketball, right? He was there, but didn't really force it into you, did he? Kind of take me through that back and forth with your family growing up and getting the game to you. Yeah, he was just supportive of whatever I wanted to do. And as a kid, I always had a lot of energy running around. So I played every sport from tennis to baseball to football, basketball. So he was really just happy that I was so passionate about something. And then as I got older, started narrowing down. And then I knew basketball around middle school. I knew basketball was definitely a sport I wanted to continue to pursue.
And I believe growing up, you love playing a little bit of football too. You're a taller kid, obviously.
Yeah.
And so you like to go up and catch the football over the top of defenders, right?
I did. I played running back a little bit, but then they kept hitting me in the knees, and I moved a little bit to the outside, started playing wide receiver. So, yeah, I did. I enjoy playing football too.
How about that? So your dad played at St. Joe's. His godfather, Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt distilled. And your grandfather, Ben, was the 6th overall pick of the Syracuse Nationals in the old ABA in 1961. And then I believe he played with Wilt?
He did,
With the Sixers in the same team?
Yep, they were teammates. They played together.
That's amazing stuff.
Yeah,
I know you Philly guys. You're a tight-knit group overall. What do you kind of take us through being a part of that Philly family and the pride you have and how it develops you, how it helps you grow and mature, even at a young age, growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Philadelphia breeds a basketball culture. So I have a lot of support of people who've been watching me play since I was playing recreational. So it just reinstills me to keep going and to know that I have a lot of people rooting for me back home.
Yeah, that's awesome. I believe, again, you have family here tonight, don't you?
Exactly.
Your aunt and uncle are here in the house?
They are, yep.
Yeah.
Right over there.
That is awesome. That is very cool. They good to see them again. They talked to them a little bit earlier and mentioned how they've traveled all over the country following you throughout your basketball career.
Yeah.
That's pretty special. Well, you guys got the win. I know you want to keep it cooking, right? You got
100%.
5 games left in the regular season, and you go to Clemson on Saturday night. It's always winning on the road is always challenging, but the Tigers, that's got a rivalry feel to it in a lot of ways in the ACC. They got us in our place.
Yeah,
I think it's time to return the favor. Kind of take me through your thought process on preparing and getting ready for that game on Saturday night.
Yeah, they have a really good team over there, and they did when they came over to Tuck. They got us last time, but we got a little bit of. We learned a little bit of a lesson playing them. I think they're one of the older groups as well in the ACC with some seasoned veterans. So, I feel like if we continue to follow the game plan that we had here and just continue to learn and realize our scouting report and make sure we focus in on it, I feel like we're set up to have a pretty good Saturday.
You just had a birthday.
Last
Friday, you turned 21 years old.
Yeah.
How was the birthday? I know you were able to celebrate a little bit more last night with a win against Boston College. Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to be around my teammates and stuff like that. And I think we either had a game before or after, so my mind was already worried about the next one. So
absolutely.
It was enjoyable.
Well, hey, we always appreciate your time. We enjoy watching you play. And thanks for coming out tonight. We appreciate
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Jalen Worley, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for the junior point guard out of the Philadelphia area. That was fun Wednesday night. Jalen Worley live on site, and we'd love to see you there at Glory Days Grill in Tallahassee, the home of Inside Seminole Basketball each and every Wednesday night. Just a couple of shows left here in this Florida State basketball season. Hey, the Florida Lottery has generated more than $44 billion to enhance public education in Florida, enabling more than 980,000 students to attend college on a Bright Future scholarship. Thank you to the Florida Lottery. And the AC Marriott Cascade Park, the perfect place to stay and play while in town to catch an Oils game. Wind down with a signature cocktail in our AC Lounge or rooftop bar, Charlie Park. Everything you need under one roof. Book your stay today. Coming up, Trip Hurd is on the way in our Seminole Sports Network studios. Another busy Saturday around the ACC in the world of college basketball. He's got the updates for you when we return live from Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
We're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the
air. Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
This is FSU basketball from Learfield.
into the building for the first time after the shooting. It was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Palma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately, in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the truest countdown to tip-off. It's time to update you on scores from around the ACC and Top 25. Let's go inside the Learfield Network studios. Here's Trip Hurd.
And welcome inside the Learfield Network studios for the first time tonight. Time for a quick preview of the games we'll be keeping an eye on this evening. Today's out-of-town score updates presented by Coca-Cola. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. We'll start with what's been a busy day in the ACC in progress right now. An 8-7 Pitt team at home facing a 7-8 Virginia Tech squad, and Pitt has really opened this up in the second half. They now lead 79-61 with 2:10 left to play in the Peterson Event Center. We'll get you an update on that one once it goes final. Earlier today, some finals to catch you up on. Number 10, North Carolina remains the leader in the clubhouse in the conference standings as they pick up a road win in Charlottesville over Virginia. 54-44, the final. UNC now in control at 13-3 in ACC play. The loss drops UVA to 11-6. 8th-ranked Duke came into the day with hopes of being atop the league standings, but they were unable to get it done in Winston-Salem. This afternoon as Wake Forest knocks off the Blue Devils 83-79. Deeks guard Hunter Salas with 29 points in the win for Wake, who now improves to 10-6 in the ACC. Duke now 12-4. Elsewhere, Syracuse gets above 500 in league play with an 88-85 win at home over Notre Dame. Chris Bell led the Orange with 18 points in the win as the Cuse now improves to 9-8. In Raleigh, NC State makes it to 9-7 in the ACC with an 81-70 win over Boston College. And one last final to report on as Georgia Tech knocks off Miami in the Watsco Center earlier today, 80-76. That drops the Canes down to 6-11 in the ACC. That will do it for the scoreboard. Right now, we'll take a break and come back with our pregame interview with FSU head coach Leonard Hamilton. That's coming up next here on the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield.
They say good things come to those who wait. But with delivery or curbside pickup from Publix, powered by Instacart, now they come without the wait. In as little as an hour, you could have the good stuff like key lime pie and chocolate chip cookies come right to your door. Get started at Publix.com/shop because you can never have too much of a good thing. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Item prices vary from item prices in physical store locations. Fees, tips, and taxes may apply, subject to terms and availability.
Hey, Noles fans, this is Jeff Culhane. If you're looking for more Florida State content and info, make sure you lock in the Behind the Mic podcast, the official podcast of FSU Athletics. We talk with head football coach Mike Norvell, head basketball coach Leonard Hamilton, student athletes, director of athletics Michael Alford, and the biggest names around college athletics covering the biggest games nationally. For the Florida State fan looking for more, make sure you find the Behind the Mic podcast, the official podcast of FSU Athletics, on all streaming platforms.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. This is the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield.
Excellence defines us, so we'll never let orthopedic pain and injury define you.
TOC is a physician-led team of fellowship-trained specialists providing the highest level of orthopedic care in the region. With 12 centers of excellence and TOC Now urgent care clinics, our patients access affordable, expert care fast. TOC, only experts. Schedule an appointment at teamtoc.com.
Since 1998, Carver's Discount Cleaners has been offering the lowest prices and providing excellent dry cleaning services in and throughout Tallahassee. As a veteran-owned business, Carver's Discount Cleaners has the mission to provide high-quality dry cleaning services at affordable prices with 3 convenient Tallahassee locations. They offer same-day services, so you can say goodbye to overpriced dry cleaning. Don't get taken to the cleaners. Choose Carver's.
You're locked into the Truist Countdown to Tip-Off. Let's go inside the locker room for the pregame comments from FSU head coach Leonard Hamilton. Now, alongside the coach, here's Jeff Culhane.
Hi, we are back Saturday night, Little John Coliseum here in Clemson, South Carolina. Leonard Hamilton and his Florida State basketball team back at it in ACC play on the road, taking on the Clemson Tigers, and always great to catch up with the head man, Leonard Hamilton. It's brought to you here in part by our pregame show, our Truist Countdown to Tip-Off. Coach, coming off the win over Boston College, what have you liked about your guys at practice the last couple of days, attention to detail, getting locked in on another opportunity here tonight on the road in league play?
Well, it looked like we've had tremendous mindset. Our youngsters have been very focused. I think that we are gaining some experience and a little bit of understanding of how to play with their teammates. Our last game, I thought we moved the ball with some precision, and I thought they made good decisions. Our guys were somewhat aggressive, but not impatient. Now, we still are not anywhere close to being.
Welcome back to the Truist Countdown to Tip-Off. Truist, the official retail bank of Florida State Athletics. For more with Seminoles head coach Leonard Hamilton, let's head back courtside.
And we're back one final time with Florida State head coach Leonard Hamilton, live from Little John Coliseum here on a Saturday night. Coach, you talked about your offense and the execution. The ball was really moving side to side like you discussed. Go into that a little bit more with me and how you obviously want that to continue tonight and how the challenge maybe changes a little bit with Clemson and the way they play with their front line and their physicality.
Well, obviously, when you get stops, deflections, and steals, you are out in transition. And so, but when you get cross half court, if it's 4-on-4, your chances of scoring at the basket goes down. But when you have the advantage, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, either you want to try to sort that out and see whether or not you can finish and play and get a transition basket. But even when you push in there and they get back on defense, now you immediately you have to go into your offense. And sometimes there's a delay, that we have. In the past, what we've had, the next pass, we into our system, and you don't give the team time to catch up and get settled, set defensively. Well, we've had challenges from that standpoint. And then we give them the freedom to attack whenever they feel like they can. But we don't want you. We want you to make a quick decision, 0.5 seconds. But we have a tendency to hold the ball, dribble, and then the defense resets. And so now you're in a situation where it resets, and it makes it harder for you. So those are things that when you have youngsters who've been extremely successful in other programs and they transfer in, they're not doing anything wrong. They're doing what they learned to do for the other program they were in. And so that's a transition that sometimes we still into.
Coach Chandler Tuesday night played one of his best games for you in a Florida State uniform. How did he answer the call for you when you needed him, and where's he taking the biggest steps in his individual game overall, you think?
Well, Chandler does not. We've been playing Chandler on the ball as a point guard, and he's better off playing off the ball. Obviously, he's shown that he's a good creator, and that he's for other people. He also has proven that he's a decent perimeter shooter, but he has a knack for getting into the lane below the ACC, and with pull-ups that sometimes is very difficult to defend. You know, he doesn't have to always get all the way to the basket, and so he's finding out his strengths and weaknesses, and he's playing with a little bit more confidence. And I think that's from being in the program now, late into his second year.
Let's talk about the challenge tonight. Obviously, as you've mentioned, we want to be the best version of ourselves.
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Fire up the war chant.
Past the court coming free. Look out below. A two-hand cram.
And plant the spear.
In transition, puts on the triple. It's gone. Worley runs it down. Left to right, 2-on-2. The cross, the lean. Floats it up and in.
FSU is on the warpath now.
Down the floor to Green. 1-2 step for a three. Got it. Boom. It's good. Buries it at the horn for the win. If you wear guarded, you're grinning ear to ear. Those win. Those win.
Always unconquered. Play-by-play coverage of Florida State basketball is brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. People's Gas, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back. Learn more at peoplesgas.com. And by Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics. Here's the voice of the Seminoles, Jeff Culhane.
The lights are out. The flames are flying from the hardwood here at Little John Coliseum as the Clemson Tigers are being announced to a near sellout crowd tonight at Little John. Starting lineups for Leonard Hamilton's Noles: Jalen Worley, Jameer Watkins, Cameron Corrin making his second consecutive start and 7th this season, the 6'10 sophomore out of Allen, Texas. Papa Miller, the 6'11 sophomore out of Mallorca, Spain. And Darren Green Jr., the 6'5 senior out of Charlotte, is back in the starting lineup, making his 117th straight start in games that he has been available to play in. Florida State head coach by legendary head man Leonard Hamilton, assisted by Stan Jones, Steve Smith, and Kevin Nickelberry. Jared Lazarus, director of basketball operations. For Brad Brownell's Clemson Tigers, they will start Chase Hunter, a 6'4 senior out of Atlanta, Georgia. Ian Shefflin, a 6'8 junior from Loganville, Georgia. Chet Clark, a 6'10 six-year player out of Cheltenham, PA, as he's making his 9th start of the season. Joe Girard, the 6'2 sharpshooter from Glen Falls, New York, and the All-American candidate P.J. Hall, the 6'10 senior out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. The Tigers head coached by Brad Brownell in his 13th season. Swing things over, Jacob Ridenauer. Keys to success brought to you by Scott and Wallace. JR, how are we going to do it tonight? How do we get a win at a place that's been tough to find W's for the Garnet and Gold?
You got it, Jeff. The Noles going to have to take care of these free throws. Make the free throws, get to the free throw line, We need to be in the 75%. We can't be hovering down at that 69 for the season average. Rebounding got crushed on the glass, 39-22 down in Tallahassee last month. Got to shrink that gap. They were in the game without rebounding. If they can just pull some rebounds, they can help tip this thing in their favor. And then these guys are flogging threes. They've shot close to 100 more threes this year than Florida State. You got to limit their threes and don't get in a shooting contest with them because these guys can really shoot it. And if you're not making them, you're going to fall behind.
Keys to Success brought to you by Scott & Wallace, the official law firm of Florida State Athletics. Scott & Wallace with offices in Tallahassee. It's active. It's festive inside of Little John. Again, a near sellout crowd. Just a few seats in different spots, but this place is packed for a matchup where Clemson fans would love to see the Tigers take one out on the hated Florida State Seminoles. The Noles in the road, Garnet uniforms, Garnet tops, Garnet shorts, floored in gold lettering above the gold numeral, State below, the gold and white trim for Leonard Hamilton's bunch. Clemson in the home whites, white tops, white shorts, Clemson in orange lettering, orange numerals, and you've got the tiger stripes on the side of the shorts with the Clemson paw on both sides. Bert Smith set to throw the ball in the air. Baba Miller, P.J. Hall will jump center circle. Ball in the air, tap controlled by the good guys, by the Florida State Seminoles. And here we go. ACC Saturday night on the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield. Man-to-man defensively. Here's Watkins top of the key. He's been so good all year. Now Green over to Corrin, guarded by Hall. Back out to Darren Green. Green swings out near the timeline to Watkins. Miller, a right wing triple. Money! Buckets from Baba from way downtown.
Had them all distracted over here with some new movements on the wing. They just reversed the ball over there. Baba just caught it and shot it in rhythm.
21st three of the year. All threes brought to you by Scott & Wallace, the official law firm of Florida State Athletics. Scott & Wallace with offices in Tallahassee. Gerard with it. Right wing extended now to Shefflin. He can shoot the three. Shefflin inside to Hall. Hall backing in on Watkins to the right hand. He's in a double team. Goes up, throws it up and in. May have traveled, but Hall, one of the best players in the ACC.
Absolutely. You're sitting there talking about Shefflin 3 or 4 last game and Hall 3 or 4, both from deep, but Hall can kill you in the paint all night long.
Darren Green off a couple of screens. Green, Chase Hunter all over him. Bad pass, threw it away. Near side, looking for Watkins, not on the same page. Turnover.
A bit of miscommunication, exactly. He just did one cut and one pass, and both went in the wrong direction.
3-2. Florida State early on. Here's some full court pressure from the boys in the Garnet uniforms tonight. Into Chase Hunter. As Worley shadows across the timeline. Hunter, who has played well versus Florida State the last couple of meetings. Now driving on Green, back out now to Gerard. You got to keep a hand in his face when he crosses the timeline. But he goes to the rack and scoops it up with the left hand around Miller. You don't see him do that very often at 4-3.
Not at all, Jeff. Sorry about that, stepping on you there. But the scoop shot is not in his repertoire normally.
15.5 points per game. Gerard, a scoop shot. Miller out of control. Loses a dribble, a turnover, a run out down the floor. Clark all the way to the rack. Blocked by Watkins, but he blocked it off the glass. And it will be called a goaltend. So a mini 6-0 spurt here by the home team.
Yes, just unfortunate right there. Shefflin active in there in the paint, always making something happen, deflected that ball and was able to, they got it kicked up front for the breakaway.
This is something Leonard Hamilton said we had to avoid, turning the ball over. And you can't do that on the road. Back-to-back turnovers have led to points, 6-3. Clemson, here's Watkins, Hall all over him on a switch. Now out to Miller. Miller to Corrin at the free throw line. Corrin back out to Darren Green, and Green traveled on the catch. 3 straight turnovers. And back the other way.
That's unfortunate. You know, these guys have a routine in the way they play, and a lot of times they do it, and most refs don't call it, and sometimes guys, it's their first game happening in a while, and they just say, hey, whoop, walk.
6-3, Clemson. Many 6-0 spurt. Chase Hunter off a couple of screens. Now works another screen. Darren switches out on him. Hall, pass, he threw it away. Stolen by Corrin, looking for Shefflin down low. Both teams a little sloppy. And another bad pass by Worley. 4 straight turnovers. We got to get this figured out.
Absolutely, and that's very uncharacteristic of Worley. Worley has really been protective of the ball. It's 2.7 to 1 assist-to-turnover ratio. That's just not very common. It's like somebody shake these guys and wake them up.
Yeah. So 4 straight turnovers by Florida State. early on here. Into Hall, full court pressure.
And a great steal down here by Cam Corn right before that play, which was unfortunate.
Gerard sprints across the timeline past Watkins, has it on the bounce on that large orange Tiger Paw logo. Across midcourt. He'll drive again, and he traveled on the attack. And both teams having a tough time hanging on the ball. Gerard pleading with Bert Smith and just asking him, hey, what did I do wrong there? He thought he got fouled, he said.
Yeah, from where we are way up here, it looked like a double dribble, honestly. But either way, it's a turnover.
So, a couple of turnovers now by Clemson, 6-3. They lead nearly 3 minutes into our ball game. Watkins, left wing, has it on the cross. He'll drive, attack the baseline in a double team. Now kicks in the base across the corner, along the baseline out to Worley, to Darren Green for a long three. That's no good. And I think we have a loose ball foul on Clark of Clemson on a push of Corrin. Yes.
Oh, no. PJ Hall.
They called on Hall.
I like it. Yeah, you could tell right there. Corn went up to get the rebound, and he flew about 5 feet out of bounds. It's obvious he got pushed in the back.
And so R.J. Godfrey will enter, the 6'8 sophomore out of the Atlanta area, and Hall will come out after a foul. So not risking a second one early in the game, the All-American candidate on the bench. Worley will inbound, right of the hoop, along the baseline into Watkins, right wing. Jameer on the drive, bumps into Clark. Nice head fake, fall away shot, but he missed it. No good. Clark the rebound. Good move.
He almost could have went straight back up and shooting that fadeaway because he sold him so well.
Watkins the steal on a bad pass. Another turnover by Clemson. We got to take advantage, though. Watkins all the way to the rack at Godfrey. Top shot through contact and in. Physical play by Watkins.
Great defense by Godfrey right there. He talled up, but Jameer Watkins with an even bigger play, like you said, went through his chest with the contact for the layup.
6-5. Clemson a 1-point lead. 3.5 minutes in. Chase Hunter rises for a three. No good. And Watkins another rebound.
Watkins is one of the things he's picked up in his game is his attacking the long rebounds, going to take him away from somebody.
Watkins all the way to the rack again. Misses the right-handed scoop shot on the left side. And the rebound to Godfrey. The other way, Hunter, and Corn fouls him. Yeah, reaches across his chest and pops him as he crosses the timeline. That's his first, and the first foul on the Noles.
There is nothing that frustrates a coach more than your center getting a perimeter tic-tac foul on something like that.
Out near the half-court line.
He's on the logo.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it.
Gerard into Shefflin, hand up to Gerard. Miller right there. Gerard driving, hesitates. Down along the baseline, down low. Shefflin under the hoop, pivoting. His pass tapped away by Miller. The long arms of Baba, a steal. Now Miller down the floor. Bounce past Corrin along the baseline. Corrin spinning. Nice move. Bumped into out to Miller. Left block area. Backing in on Shefflin. Top shot. How did he make it? Baba, not even looking at the hoop with the right hand, throws it in.
Hey, his confidence is growing weekly, and here he is asking for a sub, but everybody's tired. We're past the media break, and there hasn't been a dead ball, but Baba with a big-time play.
Watkins nearly stole it from Gerard. Gerard driving on Watkins. Up and under move. Shot, no, but Watkins bumped him as Gerard came through the second time. That's unfortunate for Jameer. That'll be his first. And we have a timeout on the floor. Gerard will shoot two when we come back. A lot of turnovers early on here in this basketball game. A timeout on the floor. Florida State leading Clemson early on, 7-6. We'll take a break. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's Ford Truck Month. Oh, you ready? And we're celebrating 47 years as the best-selling trucks in America with special once-a-year offers on Ford F-Series. Featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. Celebrate with us, America. This is Ford Truck Month, based on 1977 to 2023 industry-reported total sales.
We're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
This is Florida State basketball. Now back to Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina. Here again, Jeff Culhane.
Hey, Noles fans, when you're not able to be at the Tuck, join the only official FSU watch party at American Social Bar and Kitchen. Locations in Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Tampa, and Orlando. Online at AmericanSocialBar.com. And while you're there, have a Bud Light. Proud sponsor of Florida State Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield. Jeff Culhane, Jacob Ridenauer from our perch here at Little John Coliseum. Trip Hurd in the Seminole Sports Network studios early on. Some sloppy play, a 7-6 score, but I look at the scoreboard, Jacob, and it looks like the officials, Bert Smith, Tommy Morrissey, and Jamel Spearman, went to the monitor during the break, and they took 2 points, I would imagine, on the Watkins goaltend at the time.
Yes, because you can go back and look at it now. It's one of the new rules. But you talk about the sloppy play. How often are you 4 minutes and 31 seconds in? You got 8 turnovers and only 6 field goals. You have more turnovers than field goals in this game.
Here is Girard, 2 free throws and rolled it in. He has now made 41 straight free throws. Joe Girard, the 5th-year senior, Syracuse transfer, Glen Falls, New York, the best free throw shooter in the league. 84 of 89 on the year. Second one is money, 85 of 90. He's made 42 free throws in a row. How about that?
It's crazy. He's 96.5% in ACC play. Just an absolute machine. It's just rhythm.
Taylor Bowen and Jalen Gainey check in at the timeout for the Noles. Watkins out to Green, a right wing 3. Short, no good. Shefflin the rebound. Outlet Girard, near side. Girard, Bowen going to pick him up. Now he'll drive on Gainey, driving, kicking. Out to Beadle, who was in at the timeout as well. Beadle had a career-high 12 at the Tucker Center. Beadle had it knocked away, runs it down somehow. Darren Green couldn't handle it. Now Beadle with it. He'll drive on Gainey. Bounce pass, Godfrey. Look out below. Two-hand dunk.
Tough break right there. Bowen went over to draw that charge and had him, but he stopped his dribble and gave the interior pass for the dunk.
It is now 8-7 Clemson. 4-0 run out of the media timeout. Watkins driving on Shefflin, leans in, puts it up and in. That's a tough ask for Shefflin on Watkins.
Oh, yeah, he can't move his feet and keep up with Watkins. Watkins is really coming to play tonight, getting to the rim and chasing down rebounds. Watkins already with a couple of buckets here early. Jeff, 50% for Florida State and 80% for Clemson.
Driving, Beadle, foul on the way up. They're going to call it looks like, on Worley?
No, it's on
Bowen.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's hard to see the signals from way up here. I got my glasses on, but I'm covered for you.
I should have brought my football binoculars.
Yeah, right. Tommy Morrissey right there on the call with calling a arm bar on Taylor Bowen, which is like contradictory to how he was officiating the first 5 minutes.
The lefty Beadle, free throw, got it to go. Beadle only a 61% free throw shooter. Chauncey Wiggins, 6'10 sophomore, Grayson, Georgia in. Shefflin will sit down. Here comes Chandler Jackson, coming off a career-high 19 points on Tuesday night. He's in for Darren Green.
You're talking about Beadle. Beadle having the game of his life and really hasn't done much since the game in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
He's 37% from the floor since that game in Tallahassee.
Second one, made them both. And Clemson retakes the lead, 10-9. Nearly 6 minutes into our ball game here at Little John Coliseum on Saturday night. Watkins guarded by Clark, now to Gainey, top of the key. Gainey right wing over to Worley. Worley driving on Girard to the baseline, throws it up. It's good. Foul on the floor, says our official.
Yeah, Bert Smith right there with the call where Girard was guarding him and then tried to chest him real hard right when he when Worley set his feet to go up. That's a good call.
Girard's first. He's out. Chase Hunter in. Bert Smith and Jamel Spearman look like long-lost brothers, don't they? They're identical.
Could pass for cousins.
Yeah.
This distance especially.
They look almost exactly the same. Here's Bull Bowen, left wing, down low. Worley going to work on Chase Hunter. Driving, kicking, long three. Watkins too strong. Gets his own rebound. Watkins attacking, kicking. Bull Bowen couldn't catch it clean. Now it's to Jackson. Jackson to Worley. Worley with it. They are hard hedging screens right now, Clemson. Watkins cross court. Jackson a left wing triple. Too strong. And the rebound to Godfrey.
That's a good look. You got to shoot that if you're Chandler Jackson or attack, but he's got to score in that.
Cross-court pass to Clark, right corner in front of Leonard Hamilton, down low. Godfrey backing in on Gainey. Backing in, left hand, no good. Good defense by Gainey. Bull on the rebound.
A lot of contact, let them play through it. I like it. Let the big guys make plays.
Watkins backing down on Beadle from the right wing. Backing in. Spins to the right hand in a double team. Kicks in the corner, cross-court, Bull and three. No good. We can't hit a three right now. Clark the rebound. Pass down the floor, knocked away by Beadle, and knocked away from him by Bull Bowen, but I think an unfortunate call. Taylor just picked up his second on a hustle play, diving for the ball, bumping into Beadle.
So the good news is Nickelberry's coming in, Cam Corn's coming back in, Baba Miller's coming back in, but it's a tough break for the young fella. He was just making a hustle play, and he kind of lost his footing, and they collided.
So Bull Bowen picks up two quick ones. Miller, Nickelberry, Corrin, all in the ball game. Worley and Jackson remain for the Noles.
I would be shocked to see zone at any moment now because there's really not a shooter on the floor, Jackson and Baba, but they're both serviceable shooters.
Here comes Primo Spears for the first time since the first half of the Duke game. He's in the ball game for Leonard Hamilton. Worley takes a seat. Beadle will inbound, standing right next to Leonard Hamilton, near side. Into Clark, back out now to Hunter. Hunter with it. Off a screen, now guarded by Corn. He's going to go one-on-one, picks it up, down low, pass inside. Godfrey spins, blocked by Jackson, but they're going to call a foul. I thought Chandler did a really good job underneath, and all of a sudden, a lot of whistles being blown.
Absolutely. It was a good-looking play from up here, kept him in front, and then jumped up with him and even looked like he had a clean block.
Might have been with the other arm getting tangled up.
Almost like pushing off of him.
Yeah. Here's Godfrey at the line to shoot two. Just a 50% free throw shooter. Got it. Here comes Dylan Hunter in the game. Clark will sit down. 6'3" sophomore, Atlanta, Georgia. 2.7 points, 1.8 rebounds per game. The younger brother of Chase. Godfrey. Second one. Got them both.
Hey, raised his average.
Yeah. Which means he's going to miss the next one, or the next two.
100%.
12-9 Clemson. 12:45 left first half. Corrin looks over to Spears, right wing. Nice pass into Corrin. Baseline jumper. Air ball, no. Jackson, strong rebound. Blocked from behind. Grabs the ball. Might have stepped out of bounds. No call. Caught a break.
He kept his foot up. Great play right there by Jackson.
Spears over to Miller. Miller with it. Miller picks it up. Now to Nickelberry. Nickelberry 3, 2, nobody sees the shot clock, 1. A long 3 at the horn is no good by Spears, didn't hit the rim. And a shot clock violation on the Noles.
That's a tough one. It's one of my personal pet peeves is how someone doesn't know the clock and is not yelling. That's like a communication issue that goes all the way to the last man sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
It's a baseline. It's his job to help let everybody know.
Full court pressure into Chase Hunter. 12-9, Clemson. The Noles have not made a shot in nearly 3 minutes. Hunter, the crossover around Nickelberry all the way to the rack, and he dunks it with two hands. My goodness.
That's a big finish right there by Hunter. He just crossed him over and even went by Baba Miller at the same time.
Need to get to this media timeout and recalibrate here. 6-0 mini run by Clemson. We're down 5, 14-9. Corn had it knocked away from behind, another turnover and a steal. Godfrey, Chase Hunter steps into a long 3. No good. But a loose ball push going to be called on the Noles on Spears. Man, we not good in this 4-minute stretch here, huh?
Hey, but Jeff, the positive, you want to take the positive out of it, it's a 5-point deficit. It feels like it's 10, but it's only 5.
So Primo gets called for a push, his first, and already 16 fouls on Florida State, and just 2 for Clemson. In a timeout on the floor, 11:46 left first half, 14-9. Tigers on top. We'll take a break. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler, like choosing Truist One Checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truist One Checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
This is FSU basketball from Learfield.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh. I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Did you know that FSU Athletics is self-supported, is not funded by tax dollars? Because of this, we rely on fans just like you to join Seminole Boosters so your teams have the best possible chance to achieve success on and off the court. Seminole Booster membership starts at $5 per month and comes with great membership benefits. Go online to SeminoleBoosters.com to learn more or join. That's SeminoleBoosters.com. Well, 11:46 left first half. Noles trail 14-9. And like you said, you can look at that as a positive right now because, Jacob, we have not made a shot in nearly 3 minutes. We have 4 field goals, 6 turnovers, and we're 1 of 6 from behind the three-point line, yet only down by 5. So we're doing some things well defensively to keep us hanging around early in the game.
And if they hadn't if Clemson hadn't been to the free throw line 6 times and made all 6 free throws, they'd be losing by 1 point because that's the difference in the game.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. It's a crazy game, and we're right there on the cusp.
Hunter passes it in along the baseline. Here's a fall-away shot by Wiggins. Baseline out of bounds. He got it to go. There's Chauncey Wiggins at 6.2 points per game. Puts it in.
He set their size up. Nickelberry. Baba got it up from the weak side and smacked that thing out of bounds.
Spears over to Jackson. Jackson, Nickelberry, corner 3. No good. Corin offensive rebound and pushed by Godfrey. There's Corin. Jacob working hard on the glass.
Man, the young guy as a sophomore is just coming along, and it's offensively and on the glass too. But that's a great play. It's the second time now they've shoved him. Obviously, they got a mindset they want to keep him off the glass tonight.
Jamir Watkins back in. Nickelberry out. PJ Hall back in after a breather. 16-9, an 8-0 run by the Tigers. Inbound to Miller. Now Corin top of the key. Dribbling right wing. Handoff Jackson. Jackson swings over. Spears a long 3. Money! Primo! A big-time shot right there. We needed that one badly.
Absolutely. Right there. Caught it in rhythm. Stroked it. Shefflin sitting there barking at him. He just looked back over his shoulder and told him thanks for the effort.
12th 3 of the year. All threes brought to you by Scott & Wallace, the official law firm of Florida State Athletics. Scott & Wallace with offices in Tallahassee. Dylan Hunter on the attack. Stopping. May have traveled. No call. Back out. Beadle right wing. Beadle dribbling along the baseline. Good defense by the Noles. 8 to shoot. Here's Dylan Hunter. Lost the dribble. Got it back all the way to the rack. Shot no, but Baba caught in the air. Both guys extended their arms. Dylan Hunter and Miller. And unfortunately, the foul goes on Baba Miller.
That's a tough break for Miller right there because I'm with you. Hunter completely started the contact.
Just cleared him out.
Cleared out the contact. And Baba kind of, when he pushed him in his chest, it made him extend. It looked like he fouled, but it's a tough break for Baba Miller.
Here's Dylan Hunter at the line to shoot 2. 5 of 14 from the line this year, and he makes it. That is, by the way, his first free throw make in the 7 in a row dating back to their Memphis game, December the 16th.
kind of par for the course for Florida State sometimes. People with Clemson, the other players will have phenomenal games.
Second one, no good. Baba the rebound.
The real suspect showed up on that one.
17-12, Clemson, 10:40 left until halftime. Spears off a big three, directing traffic. Now to Corn, over to Watkins. Watkins looking inside, nothing there. Now to Jackson between the keys. Jackson, right wing over to Spears. The jab step, 10 to shoot. He'll attack. Spears spinning, fall away. Shot in the paint, good. Primo, welcome back, young man, to the rotation. 5 in a row.
Hey, great play right there to get the penetration, jump stop, and then step back on the fadeaway.
17-14, Clemson, 10-10 left. You got Spears guarding Hall underneath. There's nothing he can do. And P.J. Hall just picked up his second foul down low. Wow, what a huge break for the Noles. That's a big one.
Spearman's right there. Leonard's still in his ear, but Hall was pushing on the young fella, and right there.
Yeah, he got his arm, Jacob, up under Primo's chin, trying to gain position.
And Hall's got a complaint where Primo kind of hooked him a little bit, and that's what Primo takes advantage of that with his size, but hey, it was a foul.
Spears, right wing. Hall stays in with 2 fouls, by the way. Miller, guarded by Wiggins, back out to Spears. Spears driving. Spears, nice pass. Corn in the paint, had it knocked away, got it back, rises up, shot no good, and the rebound out of bounds. Hall and Wiggins fighting for it. It'll stay with the Noles.
Hey, there's no question on this right here. Okay, are they subbing him out? Yeah, he's coming out. I was going to say attack Hall.
Godfrey in, Hall out. How about that? Hall and Shefflin again on the bench in the first half, much like they were in Tallahassee.
Absolutely. It's a good break for the Noles. They went all guards against Florida State down in Tallahassee, so hopefully they stay with this setup. It's a good matchup for Florida State.
Watkins in the Jackson right corner. Dribbles out. Back near the timeline to Spears. 10 to shoot. Off a Corin screen. They hard hedge. Down low, left baseline. Watkins 5. Watkins 4. Backing in to the baseline. Bad pass between the legs of Corin. Another turnover.
Yeah, that's just a terrible pass. A big guy cannot catch a bounce pass in the paint.
Wiggins, left wing. Wiggins, handoff now. Dylan Hunter. Dylan, cross-court pass. Beadle knocked away by Watkins. Deflection. Out of bounds. Clemson ball. Here's Darren Green back in. Jalen Worley back in. Here comes Joe Girard in as well. Hey, pretty good minutes. Primo Spears, huh? Not bad.
Yeah, hey, instant offense tonight. Microwave section. Acting like Vinny McGuire for the Pistons. But Florida State is really trying to cut that baseline drive off when they come from the corners. So that keep an eye out. That's how they got that dunk earlier with that help. Hopefully they don't overhelp on that.
Dylan driving. Dylan Hunter and a whistle and a foul. And is that on Worley on a reach? I believe so. That'll be his first. 18 foul in Florida State. And Dylan Hunter, yeah, it's a good call. He reached in and hit him on the arm.
100%.
Yep.
Good call.
And Dylan Hunter at the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Sometimes I agree with him, Jeff.
Sometimes. Not every time, certainly. Sometimes.
And I try to hide it, folks. It's usually off air.
Dylan, the 1-and-1. Dylan Hunter. That's the free throw. It's good. Here comes Shefflin back in. And Wiggins will sit down for Clemson. So P.J. Hall is on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Their leading scorer and second leading rebounder has yet to score in this game. 18-14 Clemson. Second one. Dylan Hunter's now 3 of 4 from the line off the bench. Jack Clark in, Dylan Hunter out. I think Brad Brownell will take those minutes from Dylan Hunter all day.
Yes, he's getting a lot of good production from his bench right now. A lot of times they're just burning up minutes and really not giving them anything. The big three are really scoring all the points.
19-14 Clemson as we approach 9 minutes left until halftime. Worley using a screen, now over to Green. Green driving, pass inside, knocked away again by Godfrey. Another turnover, our 8th. In the corner, Girard, a long 3, rolls off, no. But Godfrey, offensive rebound. Under the hoop, lays it up, lays it in.
Everybody that's in a bad spot right there, Florida State should not have fouled. I got to let him have that layup.
21-14, Clemson, largest lead of this game. Miller, bounce past Darren Green, kicks out Worley. Floater along the baseline, tickles a twine. That was pretty, huh?
Yeah, straight net. Good play, smart move, put it on the floor, didn't jump into anyone.
So Worley with a big bucket, quiets the crowd, 21-16. Clemson, 8:20 and counting until halftime. Girard, guarded by Darren Green, a long step back 3, buckets. Man.
He's an assassin out there, he's a sniper.
Joe Girard, 79th 3 of the season, one of the all-time great shooters in the history of the ACC. Buries his first 3. Miller to the baseline. Miller had it blocked. Pinned by Godfrey on the glass. And Chase Hunter the rebound.
He got to go up strong in that traffic.
Cross court, Clark, a right wing triple. Too strong. Core on the board.
Need a basket, Jeff.
Yeah, we do. Down by 8. Next whistle, the under 8 media timeout. 24-16. Clemson. Darren Green with it. He'll attack. Green driving. Tough shot. Got it to go and one. How about that? Flying through the Clemson Knight. Contact the hoop and the harm, JR.
Foul on Hunter, too. That's a good thing. I'll take that all day. He's really good at protecting his fouls. A great take by Darren Green with his left hand, getting entrance to the logo on the ACC and finishing at the rim. They got to have action like that.
So, Darren Green, his first basket of the night, and Chase Hunter called for the foul, and he'll shoot the free throw, Darren will, when we come back. A timeout on the floor. 7:36 left in our first half. Clemson leading 24-18. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
I'm John Davis, Secretary of the Florida Lottery, and I'm proud to lead an agency that is creating brighter futures for Florida students, families, and communities. As the primary funding source of the Bright Future Scholarship Program, the lottery has helped nearly 1 million students reach their dream of a post-secondary education. And we will continue to do our part to ensure that every student across this state is aware of these opportunities and has the resources needed to succeed. Because together, we can build a brighter future for all.
Gear up for Knowles Hoops this season with the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics, Oyster City Brewing Company. Enjoy a variety of their delicious craft beer, including the new and exclusive officially licensed FSU beer Legacy Lager at their local tap room right down the road from the Tucker Center on West Gaines Street or at retailers across the state. And remember to please drink responsibly. Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles reminds you to stay in the game and play by the rules. Texting and driving is against the law. One text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving around twice the length of a basketball court with your eyes closed. To win while driving, you must focus. Put it down and focus on driving to arrive alive.
You're listening to Seminole Basketball. Now back to Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina. Here's Jeff Colhane.
They discover the Champion Auto Advantage for more than 10 years. The dedicated team at Champion Auto has been helping drivers find the high-quality pre-owned vehicles they're looking for. Visit them today at their location on West Tennessee Street in Tallahassee and experience the quality customer service that has made Champion Auto a trusted name in the Tallahassee community and beyond. 7:36 left until halftime. Clemson a 24-18 advantage. Darren Green will shoot the free throw, looking to convert a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Jacob, you see the numbers, the stats. What are the big ones here early that stand out to you?
Well, the biggest dagger is 10 points off of the 8 turnovers for Clemson. He's got the 10 points, and then you've got 13 bench points for Clemson. And if Primo doesn't come in and make a couple plays, you got 0, but it's 5 bench points for Florida State. But no one's really scoring. It's 40% from the floor for Florida State, but for Florida State, no one's contributing. So somebody's going to have to step up and make a play.
And Darren Green makes the first free throw of the night shot by the Noles. Clemson has shot 10. They've made 9 of them. 3-point play accomplished. 24-19. Tigers, 7:30 left. First half. Taylor Bolbo and Jalen Gainey both back in the game, by the way. Bolbo has 2 fouls. Clark over to Godfrey. Handoff Clark. Weave out front. Gerard looking for room. Dribbling to the right wing. Now on the baseline. And Worley bumps him on the floor. And unfortunately now that's 2 on Worley. He's probably going to have to come out.
That's a tough break. His feet got crossed up as he was sliding with Gerard. And grabbed him not to fall almost.
Yeah.
Tough break.
Yeah, Worley's going to have to sit. And Spears is in. The nice thing is Spears off to a good start. 5 points.
Correct. Offensively, it's a good trade. With Bolbo, he's played a couple times with multiple fouls in the first half where coaches seemed to keep him in the game to keep that rhythm with his athleticism and playmaking ability.
43 free throws made in a row by Joe Girard, and he has 8 points to lead all scores. Girard, his 150th career start tonight. How about that? And rattles that one home. Now 44 free throws made in a row by the best free throw shooter in the ACC.
a lot of games started.
Man, it's a lot. 9 for Girard. The lead is 7, 26-19. 12 free throws to 1 in favor of Clemson in this first half. Bull Bowen hand off to Green. Green behind the back, rises up, 17-foot jumper, shorted it. Gainey battling. Shefflin ripped it away from him, the rebound.
Yeah, Gainey kind of lost his balance when he landed and gave Shefflin got the upper hand strength-wise.
Girard has it ripped away by Darren Green, a steal. And Darren Green, one of the top steal artists in the ACC. To Spears, a right wing triple. Rattles out, no. Watkins' offensive rebound goes up, knocked away. A lot of contact, no call. And the ball out of bounds stays with Florida State.
Yeah, I'm smirking over here, Jeff. It's like the consistency's not there on these whistles, but at least it's not totally bipartisan. But tough break right there. Get it in the paint. We've got turnovers in the paint. That's what's frustrating. You got a lot of missed opportunities that could have been layups.
26-19, Clemson. Pass left wing, knocked away by Shefflin. The Clemson bench thought it hit Darren Green. They're upset. It'll stay with the Noles.
Green, you could almost see the way he reacted. He was pretty sure he didn't touch the ball.
Taking a look at the replay. I don't think it hit him unless it hit his toe, but stays with Florida State.
Toes don't count.
Toes don't count. I'm with you. Watkins, top of the key, crossing, driving into Shefflin. Tough shot, no. Foul. Shefflin called for a foul on the body. That's his first. Team number 6. Good take by Watkins. Now we'll shoot 2.
You know, it's in games like this, and really every game, the aggressor, the guy who's aggressive, is going to get the call normally. And Jameer right there is attacking. He's been doing it the whole game when he's had the ball in his hand. And he drills that contact, and Shefflin's body reacts and makes him foul. You hit him in the chest, he's going to bend over.
So 2 free throws for Jameer Watkins. Free throw, rattles around, falls in. Shooter's touch. Wiggins in, Shefflin out. Brad Brownell really going to the bench in this first half. Utilizing those guys, yeah.
But you know, it's a higher pace than he usually plays at. They're a little slower on their offense than Florida State is. Florida State wants to run. And if you're turning the ball over, you're giving Clemson an opportunity to run easily, and they're not used to running that much.
Watkins, 83% from the line in ACC play. Buries the second one. And he gets to the line a lot, Jameer. Now 120 of 150 this season at the free throw line. Some of the best in the ACC.
The way he attacks the rim, that's why he gets those calls.
26-21, Clemson. 6:20 left first half. Clark has it left wing. Clark bounce past Godfrey, top of the key. Godfrey, one dribble looking inside. Now cross court, Girard right wing. Green all over him. Girard off a screen. Now guarded by Gainey. Girard, pass inside, kicked away by Primo. Yep, kick ball. And the shot clock to 20.
Clemson has Florida State switched up oddly in the guards. You got Darren Green and Primo on the post players. They're dying to get that ball in the paint right there. Hence the kick.
Chase Hunter in. Girard's going to get a breather. His 9 points. Leads all scorers. He'll take a rest. So you got Girard, Shefflin, and Clark all on the bench right now. Hunter will inbound. Chase looking. He jumped, threw it in. Clark somehow held off Watkins for the basketball. Now to Beadle. Beadle directing traffic near the timeline. He'll drive on Green. Long Euro step. Shot off the heel. No good. Bull Bowen skies for a strong rebound.
Coming out of nowhere from the three-point line to grab that.
Outlet Watkins, and then Spears throws it straight in the arms of Brad Brownell. I'm not sure who he was throwing it to. And that's already turnover number 9 on the Garnet and Gold.
Green was running to the corner, and Gainey was trailing. I guess he thought maybe he was giving it to Gainey, but that's a bad turnover.
Yeah. 9th turnover. That's really hurting us. Chase Hunter across the timeline. He loses the dribble nearly over and back. Got it before it hit the timeline. Chase Hunter now guarded by Gainey. Out now Wiggins, a left wing triple. Short, no good. Bull Bowen, another rebound.
Got space in there and just out-jumped Jack Clark for that rebound.
Outlet to Watkins. Here's Watkins with the left wing. Watkins kicks back out to Darren Green on that orange tiger pond. Here's center circle. Spears, 5 points, has it. Over to Bull Bowen. Taylor, one dribble, back out Spears. Left wing Watkins. Gainey fell down along the baseline. Now Green has it. 8 to shoot. Out to Watkins. He'll attack all the way to the rack. Tough shot. Blocked by Godfrey. No whistle. The other way, Clark swings it over to Beadle, rises up, shot on the way somehow, put it up and in through the arms of Bull Bowen, flying in for the block.
Absolutely, went right through Darren Green to get to the rim and then just barely missed it from Bull Bowen.
And Leonard Hamilton's going to use a timeout. With 4:54 left until halftime, Clemson has kind of held this 4 to 7 point cushion the entire half. After we got off to a hot start, they lead 28-21. And again, this is what Leonard Hamilton calls the dips. And that's not just a snack on Super Bowl Sunday that adds to your waistline. It is something you try to avoid as well. These dips offensively, not getting points, turn the ball over. We've seen it a couple of different times in this first half, Jacob. We haven't made a shot in near 3 minutes, and we've got 9 turnovers that have led to 10 Clemson points.
Yeah, it's kind of like, over the years, Florida State's been consistent with taking a dip. It's like offensively that this somehow happens. And both of these teams in Florida State and Clemson are suspects for dips. So I agree with Leonard calling timeout. He needs to tighten up the offense because they're going to give you a dip back to get back in this game. You're down 7. It's 5 minutes to go in a half. Like, you're still in striking distance. You're right there. You want to tighten this thing up, and I don't blame him. The next minute before the next media timeout, try to get you a basket.
Neither team shooting the three well. Florida State 2 of 9, Clemson 1 of 6. Big difference though, the free throw line. Clemson 11 of 12. Florida State only 3 attempts, 3 makes. Down 7, 28-21. Miller back in. He has it right wing. Looking inside, Corin. Corin backing down, rises up with the left hand. Missed it off the back iron.
Yeah, Godfrey talled up through his chest right there and kind of bumped him on that shot, but not enough to deem a whistle.
Clark the rebound. Chase Hunter brings it across the timeline. Hunter working a screen down inside. Godfrey stripped away by Spears. Godfrey got it back. Godfrey rises up and is fouled by Corin. It was an odd-looking play from the way we watched it. Godfrey somehow just continued to get away from Corin all throughout that play.
Absolutely. There's a ball screen, and he kind of slipped the ball screen, and Corin kept going with him, and then Primo's down there and got a good slap on that ball when he gathered it, and then when he went back up, got the foul on Cam, where Cam's trying to block it.
That's 2 on Corin now. You got to watch that. And here's Godfrey to shoot 2. First one. Rattles it in.
I think Corin's heading to the pine and going to get subbed out here.
Enter Deontay Green in for the first time. 6'10" sophomore, Asheville, North Carolina. 5 points, 2 rebounds per game. 29-21 Clemson. It's been a tough night offensively for the Noles. Godfrey, the big man. Second one. Got them both. And it's the largest lead of the night for the Tigers. They're up by 9. Got to figure out a way to get something going offensively and not let this lead inflate. Miller right wing. Now over to Darren Green. Spears out of the corner. Spears wants a high ball screen. He gets it from Deontay. Spears will attack all the way in. Stripped away. Got it back. Clark jumps up and lands on him. Kind of a tough break for Clark. As Spears had it stripped away, he got it back, and Clark landed on his back, a foul.
Heavy move by Spears to kind of jump right when he felt the contact. Knew when it was going down. Get a trip to the free throw line. It's 1-1 anyway, but you can call that on the shot.
And the first on Clark, team foul number 7. Chandler Jackson in. Darren Green gets a breather. Noles are just 33% from the field and 2 of 9 from 3.
That's tough numbers right there. And then couple that with the turnovers, and you got the 1-1 here. Primo's crucial.
And makes it Primo, 4 of 4. The Noles tonight from the line. Florida State 4 of 4. Clemson is 13 of 14 from the stripe. And Clemson is a great free throw shooting team. 78% as a squad. That's 11th best in all of college basketball.
Yeah, and their big 3 all shoot above 80%. And so it's trouble when you foul those guys. And Hall and Hunter and Gerard.
Spears nets the second one, makes them both. 7 off the bench, leads all scorers. And the inbound into Beadle, 30-23, 4 minutes left here in our first half. Beadle, 4 points off the bench with the left hand on the dribble. He's a southpaw. Crossing over, driving, knocked away by Spears, a steal, picks his pocket. Spears all the way to the rack, layup good, takes the contact, the hoop, the harm, Primo. Premier plays in this first half.
It's a good play right there by Primo. Primo saw him coming to him and knew he was going to do a little spin move and just reached out there and took that ball away from him and took off and running for the track meet. Jackson was following if he needed any help, but Primo took it to the rim.
Fouls on Godfrey, and that's his second personal. And Primo Spears has given Florida State life off the bench in this first half of play. Time out of the floor, 3:48 left until halftime. Clemson, a 30-25 lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
The warm Florida summer is officially over and the chilly air is here to stay. It's time to cozy up by the fire with family and friends. Just make sure that pesky pests like roaches, ants, and rodents aren't trying to join in on the winter fun. This is the time of the year when pests and wildlife intruders start seeking food and shelter inside your home or business as the temperature drops. Luckily, you can trust the pest control experts at Arrow Exterminators, proud partner of the Florida State Seminoles, to keep your home or business pest-free inside and out. Schedule a free pest inspection today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. This is the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield.
Located in the heart of Tallahassee, our friends at Scott & Wallace are proud to be the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles. Strength, determination, passion, and a proven will to succeed. Scott & Wallace, serving personal injury clients in Florida's capital city and beyond. Scott & Wallace, the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles.
It's Al from the Good Feet store. If you've been suffering with knee, hip, or back pain, the problem may be right under your nose. Your whole body is supported by your feet. If they're out of alignment, that could cause issues in your knees, hips, and even your back. The Good Feet system helps put your feet in their ideal position. Just stop in, meet with one of our specialists who will personally fit you with the perfect arch support system. You walk around, try them for free, and then you decide if they work for you before you buy. How great is that?
Visit us in the Carriage Gate Shopping Center or goodfeet.com.
Hey, for over 20 years, the team at Oxford Advisory Group has specialized in strategic retirement planning to assist clients in navigating their retirement years. Their tax-efficient asset planning keeps you in the game for years to come. Oxford Advisory Group, a proud partner of Florida State Athletics, and to find out more, visit them online at oxfordadvisorygroup.com. Well, it hasn't been the prettiest of halves, Jacob, but we're right there. 3:48 left on the road and trailing just 30-25.
Okay, a point away right here. You make this free throw with Primo, drains this thing in your 4-point game, and you're right there where you want to be, considering where this thing's been. It was at 9 at one point. I think that was the biggest lead for Clemson.
Yep.
And so it's you've been able to scratch and claw and stay in it.
And Spears, the three-point play. He leads all scorers with 10 off the bench. After missing essentially a game and a half, Primo refocused tonight. Here's Chase Hunter across the timeline. Shefflin back in, by the way, for Clemson. Wiggins has it. Gerard is in as well. Hand off to Clark. Clark, top of the key. Pass to the left side, knocked away by Watkins, but run down Gerard. Clark, 8 to shoot on the attack. Throws it up, misses it short. And the rebound, Deontay Green.
Deontay Green was trying to smack that thing out of bounds and ended up catching it off the glass.
Primo all the way to the rack. Oh, he missed the bunny nose. Shefflin the rebound. And if he would have made that, goodness.
I know, he didn't even look at the rim, the way he just tossed it up there.
30-26 Clemson as we approach 3 minutes left until halftime. Here's a pass, another steal in the corner by Miller. Miller intercepts it. Across the timeline, he leads the break. Handoff Jackson. Jackson, top of the key. Lob, Deontay. Pass tapped away in the corner to Primo. Caught a break there. Out near the timeline to Watkins between the keys. Watkins starts a dribble. A long three. Watkins rolls out no. Shefflin the rebound. We're just 2 of 10 from 3.
We're just jacking them and not rebounding. Somebody's got to stay in there. Cam was doing it earlier, but we don't have Deontay Green's not rebounding like Cam was.
Wiggins a long three. No good, but Shefflin offensive rebound. One of the best in the ACC there. He has it. Pivoting. Bounce pass inside. Down low. There is Wiggins going to work in a double team. Back out. Chase Hunter, a left wing. Triple good.
That's a dagger right there. Good ball movement. You got to give Clemson credit right there to kick that thing out to Hunter wide open on the wing from the help down.
His 35th three of the season. The lead back to 7, 33-26. 2:10 first half. Miller top of the key. Handoff now to Watkins. Watkins looks inside. Watkins to Jackson. Jackson attacking all the way in. A floater, no good. And the rebound run down, knocked out to Clark. Got a good look. He's been making those as of late. Can't finish there. Chase Hunter, bounce pass, middle of the painted area. Shefflin ripping through, fall away shot. Missed it, no. Deontay Green the rebound.
Great contest with Bob and Miller right there all over him. not letting him get an easy look.
Watkins backing in, spins to the baseline. Watkins all the way to the glass, throws it up and in off the window. Watkins, a pretty move. He's got 8 points.
Had Shefflin riding piggyback like he had a backpack on. It still went up and put it over the glass in the net.
33-28, Clemson, 1:25 to go first half. Chase Hunter dribbling left side of the lane. Bounce past Shefflin in the paint. Runs over Watkins, lays it up and in. I think Watkins just lost his balance, unfortunately. Fell down.
Yes. I think Watson might need a break. He's almost like looks a little sluggish out there, but he's been having a lot of contact physically.
First points for Shefflin, 35-28. Clemson with 1 minute left until halftime. Here's Primo off a curl. Nice pass inside Deontay under the hoop. Blocked by Shefflin. Another block, and Wiggins the rebound.
Shefflin's sneaky athletic down there, as we talked about earlier today. He's one of the most improved players in the ACC and showing us why right now.
Fourth block already by Clemson. That's usually what we do. Wiggins will attack around Deontay all the way in, but missed the bunny, no good. Miller another rebound. Final 35 seconds.
They're blowing by on dribble penetration. They're blowing by everybody on dribble penetration.
And Leonard Hamilton says, pull it out. We want to hold for one. There's a 9-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Stan Jones shouting out instructions. 13 to shoot, 22 to play. Down 35-28. Primo near the timeline. 8 to shoot. Spears rises 15-footer off the heel, no good. Shefflin the rebound. Final 12 seconds. Here we go. Back to Chase Hunter. Across the timeline. 7, 6. Everybody on their feet to end the half. Hunter on the attack. Stopping. Long three. Coming. Made it.
That's what he does. He just did it a minute ago. Same exact play. Use the clock. Milk it down. Set Baba up. And gave him a jab step, pulled back, drained it.
A tough three because Baba was right there. But Chase Hunter, better offense, beat solid defense that time. His second three.
I think Primo could have held it a little longer. I think he went too quick. He was a little antsy to get that shot off because they had like 11 or 12 seconds. You know, could have shot it closer to the buzzer to not let them get as much time to size up their last shot.
Chase Hunter makes a couple of big threes in the final minutes of this first half, and the lead is ballooned to the largest of the night for Clemson. They lead by 10 here at the half, 38-28. On the way, you're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler. Like choosing True as one checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truist One Checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
This is Florida State basketball from Learfield.
Take a moment and think of one thing that you really wanted to do recently, but you didn't because your foot, leg, or back pain got in the way. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and that's why we're here, to help you get back out there. Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store are designed to alleviate foot, knee, hip, and back pain, plus provide improved balance, more comfort, and, well, a better life. Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit us in the Carriage Gate Shopping Center or goodfeet.com.
Discover the Champion Auto Advantage. For more than 10 years, the dedicated team at Champion Auto has been helping drivers find the high-quality pre-owned vehicles they're looking for. Their dedicated staff can assist you in finding your ideal, reliable pre-owned vehicle at the right price. Visit them today at their location on West Tennessee Street in Tallahassee and experience the quality customer service that has made Champion Auto a trusted name in the Tallahassee community and beyond.
minutes are in the books. Welcome to the Seminole Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll recap the first half and update you on scores from around the country. The Seminole Halftime Report begins now.
Halftime show, and I'll be honest, it's one of my favorites, the Ready Go Dog Show. With the dogs on the court, catching the Frisbees. I'm a dog guy. Jacob, I know you're a dog guy. Look at these dogs flying around out here.
Speedy Gonzalez, man, that dog can move. And he's jumping like 5 or 6 feet every time he jumps.
Get that guy on the roster. Guy's an athlete. So entertaining the masses here at Little John Coliseum at halftime. And unfortunately for the Noles, the first 20 minutes of play, hanging around, but Chase Hunter hit some big threes to end the half. And right now, Clemson has ballooned their lead to the largest of the night. They lead by 10 here at the half, 38-28. We have some good moments in the first half. Both Primo Spears and Jamir Watkins have had some positive plays, but we got to get it going offensively. We've got 10 made shots and 9 turnovers tonight. It's not going to go in a game on the road.
No, and then you're shooting 6 for 6 from the free throw line. You got to be happy with that. But the problem is there's 13 or 14 for Clemson, so that kind of nullifies your good free throw shooting. But you're right. There's no rhythm to the offense. There's nothing coming easy, and Clemson's coming out here blowing by on the dribble. Like they're blasting you with their dribble drive penetration, and they're making pretty heady decisions down there at the rim on what they're doing with it. And even like they're penetrating to about 12 feet on the wing, and then they're bounce passing it into the post, trying to get around the front, which has been pretty effective down there, getting some layups and dunks. But Florida State has definitely got to find some offense and some better looks. Missed a lot of good layups. We had the crazy turnovers throughout the game. You know, they kind of slowed down. They finished up at 9 turnovers and a half, and Primo came in and got some picks and steals off of Clemson that helped a lot.
The other thing you look at, too, that's a little bit scary for sure. Clemson leads by 10, and P.J. Hall hasn't scored and only played 4 minutes. He really hasn't played.
Well, that's a valid point, and I like that statement in a good way and a bad way. But they've got 17 bench points, right? So that's your P.J. Hall points.
Yeah.
You know, it's a push. You know, so in some ways, P.J. Hall may get in there and press a little bit,
right? Trying
to get his. But he only scored 11 against Georgia Tech the other night, so it's not like he's the kind of player that's going to try to force things.
Yeah.
He's a veteran. He wants to go to the tournament. He wants to be all ACC, etc. So he's got the better calls. You know.
Yeah, you said it. The bench tonight for them has been very good. That's usually our deal. We're the best bench scoring team in the league.
And, that's kind of the game. 17-10 on the bench points. That's 7 points. And then you got the 7 more made free throws. That's 14 points. And it's a 10-point deficit, really. So that's your difference. Florida State, no one's really in rhythm offensively for Florida State. So if they can just get something flowing and make some shots. I mean, at 32% from the floor, you're obviously not shooting very well. You know, if you can get that thing up to 45, 46, 47%, which is very manageable and not a crazy number to throw out there, that pulls you back in the game. Because Clemson was shooting like 80% at one point, but they bottomed out and finished the half at 48%, if you want to say that's bottoming out.
Yeah. Halftime, Clemson leading Florida State 38-28. Trip Hurd up next, scores around college basketball. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
They say good things come to those who wait. But with delivery or curbside pickup from Publix, powered by Instacart, now they come without the wait. In as little as an hour, you could have the good stuff like key lime pie and chocolate chip cookies come right to your door. Get started at Publix.com/shop because you can never have too much of a good thing. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Item prices vary from item prices in physical store locations. Fees, tips, and taxes may apply, subject to terms and availability.
Hey, Noles fans, this is Jeff Colhane. If you're looking for more Florida State content and info, make sure you lock in the Behind the Mic podcast, the official podcast of FSU Athletics. We talk with head football coach Mike Norvell, head basketball coach Leonard Hamilton, student athletes, director of athletics Michael Alford, and the biggest names around college athletics covering the biggest games nationally. For the Florida State fan looking for more, make sure you find the Behind the Mic podcast, the official podcast of FSU Athletics, on all streaming platforms.
This is Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
RJ Young is your playbook for more than just copiers. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, IT services, and beyond. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you even more through bundling services, and our dedicated specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the winning strategy. And don't forget our We Make It Right guarantee. Your satisfaction is our slam dunk. Schedule your free consultation now at rjyoung.com/FSU.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
Hi, I'm Jira. I am a team leader at Chick-fil-A. To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Real team member paid for their testimonial.
At the break, FSU trails at Clemson 38-28. Trip Hurd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios for a quick check on scores from the ACC and Top 25. Today's out-of-town score updates presented by Coca-Cola. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. Rounding out things in the ACC tonight, Pitt a winner at home over Virginia Tech, 79-64. The final from the Peterson Event Center, Jalen Lowe with 18 points and 6 assists for the Panthers in the win. They now move to 9-7 in ACC play. Over in the top 25, 4 games currently in progress. Top-ranked UConn back at home, leading Villanova 29-19 with just under 2 minutes to play before the break there. In the SEC, number 5 Tennessee has Texas A&M in town. Vols on top 29-26 with 1:21 left before halftime in Knoxville. Out west, some Pac-12 action. Number 21 Washington State off that big win at Arizona on Thursday night. They're on the road again tonight, not going so well at Arizona State. The Cougs trail 36-29 at the break in Tempe. And one last score, number 22, Colorado State is at UNLV. They're leading 26-22 with just over a minute to play in the first half in Vegas. That'll do it for the scoreboard update. We'll come back in 2 minutes and take a look at the first half stats. This is Seminole basketball from Learfield.
Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Join the Sunstop Rewards program to rack up points with every purchase. The more you shop, the more you save. Add our Sunny Saver payment card and save even more money on every fuel purchase. It's as easy as an uncontested layup. Try some fresh Southern-style food from one of our delis. Swing by Sunstop before or after the big game. Sunstop has fuel to keep you going, snacks, and hot deli items that'll score with your taste buds every time. Sunstop Convenience Stores. Your game day, your way. Go Noles!
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
This is FSU basketball from Learfield.
Located in the heart of Tallahassee, our friends at Scott & Wallace are proud to be the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles. Strength, determination, passion, and a proven will to succeed. Scott & Wallace, serving personal injury clients in Florida's capital city and beyond. Scott & Wallace, the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles.
Excellence defines us, so we'll never let orthopedic pain and injury define you. TOC is a physician-led team of fellowship-trained specialists providing the highest level of orthopedic care in the region. With 12 centers of excellence and TOC Now urgent care clinics, our patients access affordable, expert care fast. TOC, only experts. Schedule an appointment at teamtoc.com.
Trip Hurd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios. FSU trailing at the half at Clemson 38-28. Quick look at the first half stats. FSU only 32% from the floor on 10 of 31 shooting, 2 of 10 from behind the arc. They are a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. A couple of individual highs. Primo Spears leads the team with 10 points, and Jameer Watkins checks in with 3 rebounds. We'll take one last break, come back with the start of the second half. This is Seminole basketball from Learfield.
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. To learn more, visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida State Seminoles. Go Noles!
We're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
This is Florida State basketball from Learfield.
My lower back pain, my knee pain would all come in just through the grind of the race season.
Joey Logano is a multiple NASCAR champion, and this is Joey's Good Feet story.
When I was fit for arch supports at the Good Feet store, for me, it's completely changed the game. Not only help with my pain, but completely changed the way I feel and perform. And my balance improved dramatically. And one way I'm mad about it, because I wish I knew sooner, go to the Good Feet store, try them out, and see it for yourself.
Visit us in the Carriage Gate Shopping Center or goodfeet.com.
Swish! Wawa is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at wawacatering.com, choose pickup or delivery, and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup, or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Seminole basketball.
Jeff Culhane, Jacob Ridenauer back. How would you describe our location, our perch location tonight, elevated up top?
Yes, I think you could say that 100%. Like in an NBA arena, they call this luge seating.
There you go.
But I don't think of it as that.
No, we're up top here at Little John Coliseum. Second half ready to start. Noles trail by 10, 38-28. And second half, Florida State will start the second half the way they started the game. Same goes for the Tigers. First 4 minutes of this half big, right? Don't want the crowd to get into it, down by 10.
Absolutely, and you've got to do something offensively here just to get some momentum moving forward.
Yeah. Inbound to Hall, and now back over to Gerard. Hall only played 4 minutes in the first half, in foul trouble. Gerard, 9 points in the first half to lead all Clemson scores. He'll attack on Green in the paint, knocked away, got it back to Chase Hunter. Guarded by Miller. Here's Hunter, going to go to work on Baba. Hunter, left wing on the dribble, 7-6, pull-up 16-footer. No good, shorted it, and Miller the rebound. Good defense.
You can see there, Jeff, Brownell's got his hands spread out, telling his guys to clear out.
Backdoor cut, Worley, and the layup blocked, and we have a tie-up and a jump ball as Hunter and Corrigan tied up. The arrow points at the Noles.
I was saying, Brownell is making an adamant message to his team to spread out and attack the rim. Like, just get out of the way, put the shooters on the perimeter, and whoever's got the ball, attack the rim.
Just underway, second half, 38-28 Clemson. Inbound Miller, left corner. Back out near the timeline to Corrin. Looking right, swings over to Darren Green. Down low, Watkins along the baseline. Watkins attacking on Clark with the left hand, middle of the lane. Back it in, tough fall away shot, air ball, no good. And the rebound, Shefflin.
It's kind of a bailout shot there by Jameer. He was getting pushed and bumped. They weren't going to call it, but just still go into him and make him foul you. Get the call.
Gerard off a screen. Now guarded by Miller. Left wing, dribbling with the right hand. Picks it up to Hall between the keys. Hall in the corner. Hunter, the up fake. He'll attack on Green. Into his chest. Lays it up. Missed the bunny, no. Rebound run down by Miller. Miller with 4 boards. Leads the break. Miller back it in. Oh, nice move and a throwdown dunk. Oh, Baba, oh, baby, what a play.
Oh, man, he did a great job there, spinning through the traffic, crossed over P.J. Hall, and just sat on the rim right there.
Miller with 7. He's been our most efficient guy. Let's have him score. Shoot a little more.
There's defense and rebounding down here. We just got to get the offense on.
NBA 3. No good by Gerard. Green the rebound.
Hey, that's a break. He was wide open.
Here's Green. Nobody picks him up. Now fires in the corner. Knocked away out of bounds by Clark, far side. Florida State ball.
Clark right there jumped the pass, but Jameer Watkins got lead in his feet over there growing roots like he's in a flower bed. You got to come meet the pass. You can't just sit there and let the defense jump in the passing lane.
Inbound to Core, now to Green. Here's Green with it. Green now back out over to Worley. Worley has it near the timeline. Guarded by Gerard. Worley off a screen. Worley picks it up to Watkins going all the way to the rack. Missed the dunk, but fouled by Hall. And that's his third. The Noles being the aggressor at the 10 to start the half.
That's what you got to do, and like attack him. He's going to foul. They got to make the call. Make the ref make the call. Great play by Jameer Watkins.
So now Hall has 3. Does Brad Brown now leave him in? Decision-making time here.
You can look down there. Yep, he can't take it. He's getting him out.
Here comes Godfrey in. Jameer Watkins with 8 points at the line to shoot 2.
The one good thing about the perch, Jeff, is got a really good view of the coach's expressions when they turn around to their staff.
Yeah. Watkins shorts the free throw. No good. Godfrey in. Hall will sit down.
But on that, Godfrey's having a good game.
He is.
You know, made 4 free throws. Yeah, he's made 4 free throws, 4 for 4, 2 for 3 from the floor.
Watkins, second one. Got it to go. 3 of 4 from the line. He has 9, 38-31. 2 minutes in, second half. Clemson a 7-point lead. They've led the majority of the game. Gerard brings it across. Nearly tapped away by Worley on the bounce. Gerard fires over right wing to Clark. Godfrey working down low. Now back out Shefflin. Shefflin, one dribble, picks it up inside Godfrey. Got away from Korn and dunked it. How about that?
Korn got stuck kind of on the outside, not even on the front, and great look to pass that thing inside to get Godfrey that dunk.
You just mentioned Godfrey, and he makes a play. 40-31 Clemson. 2.5 minutes in, second half. Green on the attack, lofts it up, back iron, no. Shefflin the rebound.
Doing what he does. Great timing to get that rebound. Cam mistimed it. That's how Shefflin got it.
Gerard back out. Clark, a 3, rolls off, no. Saved by Green, throws it away out of bounds, far sideline. Didn't Shefflin go over his back?
He, totally. He may have flown over him. He's like a backpack down there on some of these guys on the glass.
Gainey in, Corin out. 17:07 to go. 40-31 Clemson.
A lot of times that call, Jeff, they would give you the ball because you don't want to give them the foul.
You're going to let them play physical, that's for sure, underneath the hoop. Gerard, good up fake. Miller flies by, but shorts the 3. Clark taps it out to Hunter. Hunter will attack in the lane. Pull up 14-footer on the ACC logo is good.
That guy loves playing Florida State. He has a great game every game against Florida State.
Hunter now in double figures, has 10. And the lead 11. Largest of the night, 42-31. Miller off a screen, pass inside, kicked away, I thought. Yes, it's off of Godfrey. We'll stay with the Noles.
That was a tough feed no matter how you make it. He almost needed to spin that thing with some English if he was going to try to get that ball to Gainey coming across the lane.
Chase Hunter now double-figure scoring 20 times this season. Had 14 points in Tallahassee. Now 10-9. Into Watkins. He'll attack the baseline. Weaving through traffic. Tough shot through Godfrey. Good by Watkins.
You know, I like seeing this. I like Watkins trying to score and being aggressive.
Quick pass down the floor to Gerard. Gerard racing the other way. Now slows it up. Now he'll drive on Worley. Cut off by Jalen. Back out. Gerard, 3. Buried it.
Man, you could sense he was going to shoot it the whole possession right there. Did a great job. He's got a super quick first step, and he was just had everybody moving and then gave it to Shefflin, step back and handed it to him for the 3.
Second 3 by Gerard. He has 12 to lead all scorers. The lead is 12. 4 minutes in. Second half. Down 45-33. Worley. Lob. Gainey. Look out below. A Skywalker, the big man. But quickly back the other way. Gerard will dribble and launch another 3. And buries it in transition.
You just cannot let him get away. You've got to stay with him the whole game. And he's feeling it right now.
Yeah, he is. Green will counter 3. Bad shot. Air ball out of bounds. And we have our media timeout.
That's a tough stretch right there. It's like great play by Clemson with Shufflin and Gerard. Gerard especially making action happen. And then Green pulling that quick one there from Florida State is not what you want. And throwing up the air ball made it even worse.
Gerard heating up, back-to-back threes. He has 15 points and now 378 career threes. That's third all-time in the history of the ACC. A timeout on the floor. 15:34 remains. Clemson extends their lead, 48-35. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
It's Ford Truck Month. Are you ready? And we're celebrating 47 years as the best-selling trucks in America with special once-a-year offers on Ford F-Series. Featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. Celebrate with us, America. This is Ford Truck Month, based on 1977 to 2023 industry reported total sales.
Swish! Wawa is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at WawaCatering.com. Choose pickup or delivery and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Seminole Basketball.
The game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All the action, all season long. This is FSU basketball. Now back to Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina. Here again, Jeff Culhane.
Hey, it's a new season at Kohl's with everyday styles at great prices. You can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. 15:34 remains. Clemson leading 48-35. Hey, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield. Jeff Culhane, Jacob Ridenauer back at Little John Coliseum. Trip Hurd at our Seminole Sports Network studios. And Jacob, we got to get it going here. This place is going to get rocking, and we're trailing by 13 right now.
And we better get an ice bath and throw it on Gerard because he's been shooting it tonight. He's 3 of 6 from 3, and of late he's 5 of 10, 4 of 5, and 4 of 7.
Chandler Jackson checks in. He's in the ball game. Gerard now swings it over to Clark. Far sideline. Gainey on him. Shuffling. Couple of dribbles right wing. Nearly lost the dribble. Got it back. Driving all the way to the paint. Puts it up. Way off. No. Clark offensive rebound. But knocked away. Deflection. Steal by Jackson. Down the floor to Worley. Worley racing around. Now Miller driving. Kicking. Jackson. Watkins the up fake. Watkins on the dribble right wing. Bounces it in. Gainey backing down. Tough shot by Gainey. No. Tap Baba. No. Shefflin got tangled up with him in a foul.
Tough break on Shefflin right there. Shefflin just had his arm wrapped up in Baba's. Baba had complete lock on it, so they put the foul on Shefflin.
His second. Wiggins in, and Clark will exit. 48-35 Clemson, 14:52 to go. Primo going to come in, give us some life here offensively. He's got 10 off the bench. And he'll come in the next whistle.
Primo's really a one contributor off the bench.
Yeah. Here's Watkins, top of the key. Watkins surveys, right wing Worley. Worley all the way to the rack. Tough shot. Good with a right hand scoop shot on the left side. Good shot.
He's great at taking that in there and taking an unorthodox layup and using the rim to protect the ball. Once again, getting that basket.
4 now for Worley. Now a drive by Chase Hunter around Gainey. Throws it up high as he's falling to the floor, and somehow it drops through the net. He got switched out on Gainey, dribbled around Gainey, and made a circus shot and won.
It's just a tough one right there. And it's like Worley right there had his hand on the ball, but he was able to drag him with him and kind of create the foul. It was so tight on the jump ball.
Worley's third. He'll exit. Spears in. Bowen in. Miller out. 50-37 Clemson. 14:27 left. Hunter now with 12. Free throw. Got it. Now 13 for Chase Hunter. Lead is 14. 51-37. Here's Spears. Now Clemson goes zone. 2-3. Brad Brownell switching it up. Does not play a lot of zone, but showing a wrinkle here.
Yeah, no real shooters on the floor. That's kind of like a monotonous statement, but that's the problem.
Spears, backdoor cut. Watkins, foul on the floor, says Tommy Morrissey. On a backdoor cut along the right baseline. Nice find by Spears. I believe that's on Chase Hunter. His second, team foul number 3.
One positive thing is 3 team fouls for Clemson and 1 for Florida State.
Spears will inbound right of the hoop. Into Bowen right wing. Over to Watkins. Watkins in double figures. Spears a jab step. Spears attacking all the way to the paint. Blocked by Shefflin. Godfrey leads the break the other way. Lob. Wiggins down the floor. Dribbles out. Back out. Shefflin. Long three. No. Rebound Watkins.
That's a tough break because he's been making those. That's a tough break for him and a good break for Florida State. He's been making those lately, 3 or 4 last game.
Jackson. One dribble. Hand off to Spears. Back to Watkins right wing. Jab step. Puts it on the deck between the legs. Swings over to Spears. Spears has it. Jackson drives the baseline. Bumped into, throws out to Watkins. Back to Jackson. 10 to shoot. Extra pass. Great look. Spears 3. Rolls out. No. The rebound run down by Dylan Hunter.
It's about a step out of his range, Jeff.
3-on-1. He takes it all the way to the rack and lays it in around Jackson. And the lead up to 16.
Yeah, it's getting borderline. They gotta get a basket. Like, put it inside. Gainey's down there. He's been open a few times. Just give him the ball. Let him make a play.
2-3 zone again. 53-37. Clemson. 7 minutes in. Second half. Watkins kicks along the right baseline. Now to Bowen. The ball not entering the painted area.
Jeff, you said it right there. You got to get the ball inside.
Bowen a long 3. It's no good. Watkins offensive rebound. Kicks out to Spears. Extra pass Jackson. Bounce pass. There it is to Gainey. The up fake. Look out. And Dylan Hunter jumps up and lands on his back. Will they give him the 2 shots? No, they won't. Nope.
They're going to put it on the floor. But like you said it, and I was indirectly putting it, sitting it out. They're just throwing the ball around, playing catch outside the three-point line. That is not effective against the zone. I would think they're going to stay in the zone because until you're catching it in the high post and being able to dump it down low, or until you're penetrating those gaps, you're not moving the defense. You can break a zone down with just 2 ball reversals.
Gorin in, Gainey out for the Noles. Down 53-37, 12:40 to go. Watkins a long 3, good! That's a big one. Jamir Watkins buries a triple.
They jumped out in man-to-man right there. I bet he might go back zone. It works better.
26-3 of the year. Watkins now is 14. Clark in the left corner. Now back out to Shefflin. Gerard checked back in as well. Gonna watch him. Shefflin dribbles down. Backing in on Bowen the right hand. Backing in. Bully away. Got it back. Fall away. 14-footer. Get at the backboard. No good. Rebound Watkins. Now Spears right wing. Spears has it. Swings over to Watkins. Jackson left wing. Now Bowen. Here's Jackson. Watkins, right wing Spears, and just threw it away. Goodness. Aaron turnover there, unforced.
Yes, not really a reason, just 2 guys not on the same page.
And a timeout on the floor with 11:56 remaining. Clemson, a 13-point lead on top of Florida State, 53-40. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and 0 sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
This is Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
Since 1998, Carver's Discount Cleaners has been offering the lowest prices and providing excellent dry cleaning services in and throughout Tallahassee. As a veteran-owned business, Carver's Discount Cleaners has the mission to provide high-quality dry cleaning services at affordable prices with 3 convenient Tallahassee locations. They offer same-day services, so you can say goodbye to overpriced dry cleaning. Don't get taken to the cleaners. Choose Carver's.
Excellence defines us, so we'll never let orthopedic pain and injury define you. TOC is a physician-led team of fellowship-trained specialists providing the highest level of orthopedic care in the region. With 12 centers of excellence and TOC Now urgent care clinics, our patients access affordable, expert care fast. TOC, only experts. Schedule an appointment at teamtoc.com.
Hey, Florida Farm Bureau members get free tickets to select FSU men's basketball games. Just visit myffbf.org to sign into your account. Then file the props for attractions and sports and sporting events to get your 2 free tickets. Tickets offered on a first-come, first-served basis and are subject to availability. Not a Farm Bureau member? Visit myffbf.org and register to become a member today. Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, proud to support FSU Athletics. 11:56 remains. Clemson leads Florida State 53-40. Shamir Watkins-Jacob, 14 points, 6 rebounds, now 13 straight games, double-figure scoring, and 22 times total this year. He has been a tremendous add for Leonard Hamilton.
He has his athleticism on offense and defense, where he just makes plays on both sides of the ball. His ability to just drive into the lane and create that contact and finish at the rim, and then go to the free throw line where he's doing his job, making free throws, shooting at right around 80%, I believe. So it's like he is an all-around key asset. And obviously, you got to say he's the most valuable asset in that group.
No doubt. Watkins at the line, the second most free throws made and attempted behind Judah Mentz all year in the ACC. Full court pressure, Gerard far sideline, whistles, and Brad Brownell's going to call a timeout as the 10-second clock was on.
He was getting a little worried. Getting that ball over. He didn't like what he was seeing.
Yeah.
He hadn't had to use any tonight, so he's going to the well.
So, Brad Brownell uses a timeout, and we'll take it as well. 11:49 left in our ball game. Clemson on top of Florida State, 53-40. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
They say good things come to those who wait. But with delivery or curbside pickup from Publix, powered by Instacart, now they come without the wait. In as little as an hour, you could have the good stuff like key lime pie and chocolate chip cookies come right to your door. Get started at Publix.com/shop, because you can never have too much of a good thing. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Item prices vary from item prices in physical store locations. Fees, tips, and taxes may apply, subject to terms and availability.
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. To learn more, visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida State Seminoles. Go Noles!
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
This is Florida State basketball. Now back to Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina. Here's Jeff Colhane.
Hey, time now for What's on Tap, brought to you by the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics, Oyster City Brewing Company. Check out the tap room on Gain Street, and Legacy Lager is great for every Florida State celebration. Congratulations to Link Jarrett in Florida State baseball. They beat Western Carolina today 8-4. 5-0 start to the season. Florida State softball sweeps Nichols today for a 6-0 weekend at Joanne Graff Field. And you've got Florida State track and field at the ACC Championships. Also Florida State swimming and diving at the ACC Championships. What's not going on around Florida State athletics? That's what's on tap. We're back Tuesday night, back at the Tucker Center, 9 p.m. tip against NC State.
What's not happening is fast break points. Really fast break points for Florida State today.
Is this a zone, Jacob Ridenauer from Leonard Hamilton?
It definitely is a drop zone.
Here's Hunter, now over to Dylan Hunter, the Hunter brothers. Back out Gerard. Gerard will attack, whips it inside. Dylan Hunter under the hoop. Back out to Clark, a right corner, three. No good. Ball on the rebound. How about that, a little zone?
It worked, messed them up, got a defensive stop.
Watkins attacking, cut off, inside out dribble. On the bounce right wing, crossing over. Watkins over to Spears. Spears, lob inside, Korn goes up, lays it in. Count the bucket and one. How about some life out of that timeout?
Absolutely, all night long. That play is there. The post is pretty much open if you just put yourself and get a stance and feed the post and let them kick it back out if they don't have it.
And for Koren, who has been so great as of late, that's just his first made shot. 1 of 4 tonight. Free throw. Off the back iron, no good. Godfrey the rebound. Knowles are 7 of 9 from the line. Clemson 14 of 15. 53-42 as we approach 11 minutes remaining. Zone again by Leonard Hamilton.
Oh yeah, I'd sit in until they make something happen. Just don't leave Gerard.
Dylan Hunter, cross-court pass to his brother Chase. Jab step on the attack, back out Clark. Gerard right wing. Jackson right there. 5 to shoot. Gerard off a screen. Ball knocked away near the timeline. One launches from half court. Shot clock expires. No good. Shot clock violation. All right.
Great D. Great recovery. Communication in that zone defense. I broke my train of thought here watching Darren Green check in. And P.J. Hall's coming back in too. But, you know, they've kind of messed up Watkins and forced other guys to shoot the ball. They got 6'10". They had 6'10" Jack Clark guarding. Now they got Jack Clark guarding Darren Green. That's a tough guy to shoot over for Darren Green.
Here's Jackson out of Koren, top of the key. Right wing Spears launches. 3. Air ball. Way off. No good. Clark the rebound. Outlet Chase Hunter all the way down the floor to the rack. Blocked from behind by Bull Bullet. The freshman hopping off a trampoline says, get that out of here.
I love the way he runs the floor. He is like a gazelle. He's got so much speed and limp in his gait, but he's coming, and you could see it. You could just see it in his expression. He was about to slap that bad boy out of bounds.
Miller in, Bull balling out. Nice play by Taylor. 10:25 left, 53-42. Chase Hunter will inbound under the hoop. Into Godfrey, left corner. And now Koren bumps him as he's dribbling out of the corner. And that's his third.
It's so many, it's such a disparity in physical play here. At 1 minute you're getting tackled with nothing and you get a tick attack, but hey, it's still a pretty even called game. I'm not complaining.
Team foul number 2. The Knowles are back to man now. Chase Hunter, a little weave out front. Nobody picks him up and he shoots a 3. Caught a break, no good. But Clark the rebound, saves it in. Knocked around to Spears. He leads the break, 3 on 2. Nice pass, Jackson. Missed the bunny layup.
He was expecting the contact, but P.J. Hall stopped because he didn't want to get the foul.
Oh, missed the layup on the right side. You're exactly right. Hall kind of deked him.
That's a 9-point game if that goes in.
Hunter with it. Chase on the bounce, crossing over, pivoting, kicks back out to Godfrey. Godfrey backing down. Jackson comes over. Oh, they call a reach there, and all of a sudden we're tightening things up on the whistles and a foul on Chandler.
Yeah, but Chandler came over like just on a mission to come try to rip that ball away. It's kind of oversold it, so committed to the play that it probably kind of forced the ref to think it was going to be a foul.
Second on Jackson. Lob, Godfrey, middle of the lane. Back out to Gerard, a long 3 coming. No good, but another rebound. Back out Gerard, another 3. That one he made it.
You can't let that guy get 2 looks. He's too good a shooter.
4-3, he's got 18 points, and the lead is back up to 14, 56-42.
You got to give his teammates credit. They know to get him the ball, so they just feed Gerard when they can.
Miller getting downhill, rises up, off the window and in. I'm telling you.
The same basket
earlier. Shoot it more. Yeah.
He's so long, he keeps it up, he's not getting enough touches near the rim to do anything with it.
3 of 5. He has 9 points, 56-44. Clemson, 9 minutes remain. Chase Hunter, bounce pass into Godfrey, bumps off a Corn and lays it in. Then he cleared out Corn. You see the physicality differential with those two, the way they play a little bit.
Absolutely. Clemson is a little bit like Virginia, where they just constantly initiate contact. And so it's very frustrating. You know, that's not Florida State style. That's not the way you're supposed to play, really, by the rules. But that's how they play, so it's just frustrating defensively.
Darren Green, pull-up 18-footer. Nailed it. Pretty looking stroke by Darren Green.
Hey, finally, he drained one today. Need baskets in all areas. It's only a 12-point game, 58-46. But, you know, it's a lot of communication going on right now. But I would keep mixing up the defense. Like,
yeah.
Surprising. Like, but, you know, as a coach, you're petrified to let Gerard get loose, or even Chase Hunter get loose, or even PJ. I mean, you got 3 guys out there that are shooting threes. They don't make them when they shoot them.
Worley's in, Jackson out.
Even Clark at 29.5% from 3. He can shoot it.
Man-to-man defensively here. And might be going a little bit of a matchup zone. This is a junk look here.
Yeah.
Gerard right wing. Gerard has it. Cross-court Chase Hunter. Looking inside, free throw line. Pass down low to Godfrey. Godfrey in the paint. Godfrey goes up, no, and he traveled. Called on Godfrey. He thought he got fouled.
There's a couple breaks right there. Jalen Worley kind of grabbed the ball with his foot out of bounds, and he didn't call that. But then he did get bumped, but it looked like it was a walk from the way they're calling the paint. They're making contact. They're playing through it.
The bench for Clemson has been very good tonight. 23 bench points, and Godfrey is the leader off the bench with 12 on 4 of 5 shooting. And we have a timeout on the floor. 8 minutes remain. Noles trying to chip away, down by 12, 58-46. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles reminds you to stay in the game and play by the rules. Texting and driving is against the law. One text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving around twice the length of a basketball court with your eyes closed. To win while driving, you must focus. Put it down and focus on driving to arrive alive.
This is FSU basketball from Learfield.
Barry knows cool, he's keeping you comfortable. Barry knows cool, you can put him to the test.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. TMH is home to the region's only comprehensive stroke center, one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only Level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
Hey, Florida State Athletics. I'd like to thank Glory Days Grill in Tallahassee for their support of Florida State Hoops. Glory Days Tallahassee, the home of Inside Seminole Basketball. Back there Wednesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Come join us. Got some wings after the show last week. Really good. Really, really good. I wonder what my wing count is up to right now from coaches' shows this season. Got to be up high.
6 at lunch today.
And more today.
And 4.
Yeah, they're good.
But,
well, final 8 minutes here, Jacob, down by 12. What's got to change?
Stops. Got to get stops, but also got to take good shots and get good offense. We're doing a pretty good job on the glass. Like, it's 31 to 25. It's opened back up. You're keeping it close. But clean looks. Baba Miller needs to get it. Primo doesn't need to force anything. Darren Green needs to shoot good shots. And Corn's got to finish in there.
I'd love to see Baba take more shots here. He's been great.
Shefflin's back in. That's a problem. They hadn't had Hall and Shefflin in a long time.
Spears right wing. There it is. Into Miller going to work on Shefflin. Back into the left hand. Nice pass to a cutting Spears. Throws it up. A lot of contact. No. Shot is good. Man, he got knocked to the deck. No call, but man, able to finish through contact.
And Shefflin got 2 arm bars shoving Baba. It's like a patented foul. Like the first thing you're supposed to do as an official, 2 hands on the back when a guy's got the ball, a foul.
The lead is down to 10. And the Noles, is this a zone look here again? A little bit of a funky looking zone, right? Chase Hunter the up fake, he'll drive, 6 to shoot, 5, cross court Gerard. Pass inside to a cutting Shefflin near the hoop, throws it up, no good. Corin the rebound. Brad Brownell thought he got fouled, no call.
Hey, welcome to everyone's complaint tonight.
Yeah. Here's Spears. Nice pass. Corin puts it up and in. And Jacob, the lead's down to 8.
Absolutely. It's all offense to defense. Defense to offense, however you want to look at it. Got a full court press pickup here. 1-2-2.
Here's some full court pressure. Gerard across the timeline. Gerard picks it up, threw it away in the backcourt. Should be over and back. A whistle. What's the call?
Foul.
Oh, no.
Tommy Morrissey, Darren Green with the foul.
I'm telling you, that's over and back, isn't it?
I'm with you. It's not deflected. That is an over. Oh, he did hit it.
But he hit it off of his leg.
Yeah.
That should have been over and back. Because he touches it before he gets fouled.
Correct. I'm with you.
That's a tough break. So the foul's on Darren Green, his first, team number 4. Unless I'm missing something, I think that's a tough break, right?
Yes, I'm with you. I mean, it was easily, could have been a layup right there for Florida State.
Yeah. Darren Green will exit. And Watkins back in. Gainey also in. This zone is interesting. How would you diagnose this zone right here?
Well, they're kind of matching up. You know, it's a 1-3-1 basically, but they better be careful because they're overloading the interior, and Shefflin got it wide open look just a second ago.
Here's Shefflin over to Gerard. Gerard, 1 dribble, now dribbling back out right wing. Gerard, 9 to shoot. Gerard, Watkins on him. Gerard over to Shefflin. Shefflin behind the back. Tapped away. It's a turnover. Spears took it away. Worley. Spears lays it up and swatted out of there by Clark. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Big block.
I wish you would have left it back for Worley. It was a very unselfish play to throw it forward, but you knew what was about to happen with Clark trailing. He's got springs in his legs. The North Carolina State transfer just went up and smacked it.
And that is the 7th block tonight by Clemson. They've been active there. Darren Green back in. Spears out. Worley in. Now to Watkins. Down by 8 to Green. Green now to Miller. Long 3. Baba. Buckets! Oh, Baba. Oh, baby. A triple from the Spaniard.
Hey, right back in it right here, folks. 5 points. 6 minutes to go.
Wow. A 9-0 run. The lead at 5. 58-53.
This thing is stapled by changing defense.
Oh, no. Gerard a 3. Oh, he caught a break. No good. And Green the rebound. How about that? Worley down the floor. Worley middle of the floor. Back over to Green. A long 3 coming. Short, no. Watkins, offensive rebound in the paint. Watkins leans in. Puts it up. Oh, somehow it rolls out. How did not go down?
He went into Shefflin's chest. Shefflin's arms extended over him, which is 9 times out of 10 going to be a foul, but no call.
Chase Hunter attacking all the way to the rack, and he dunks it. Nobody stopped the ball, and Chase Hunter just went in and threw down a hammer.
Miscommunication, Jeff. No one was committed to stopping him, and he was coming across the three-point line, and he was just like, I'm going to part the Red Sea right here. Moses, bam.
Now it's 15. Here's Watkins down the lane, all the way in, hammered and fouled. Is that on Hall? It's on Shefflin.
Yeah. It's a veteran officiating move right there.
Yeah. 3rd on Shefflin. Watkins will shoot 2. Jacob, with the change of pace and the different looking zone we haven't seen, it's put Clemson a little bit on their heels, and we're back in it.
Folks, we've seen a matchup zone, a 1-3-1 zone, a 1-2-2 full court press, and then a man-to-man. Everything's flying out of the shelves over here. I don't know who's brought it to the table, but Florida State is changing their defenses, folks.
60-53, 5:03 to go. Watkins back at the line. He has 14. He's made the 2nd most free throws in the entire ACC and shot the 2nd most, behind Judah Mintz from Syracuse. Got the free throw. He has 15. The lead at 6, 60-54. This is one thing about Clemson. They let teams back in games. They've been up double digits multiple times and given away leads, even in this building.
Jeff, we talked about it earlier about the dip. We were talking about Florida State's dip, and we said that Clemson's notorious for the dip, too. That's what's happening. They've dipped, and Florida State is taking the upward climb on the bell curve.
Free throw good. Watkins now with 16. 3 in doubles for the Noles with Watkins 16. Spears 12, and Baba Miller has 12 on 5 of 6 and 2 threes. 5-point game, 60-55, under 5 minutes to go. Zone defense again. Over the top, Gerard, catch and release, triple coming. In and out, no good. Rebound, bodies hit the floor, and a loose ball foul called on Florida State.
I think you're going to get over the back.
Miller. Baba's second, team number 5.
Yeah, it's kind of the same foul that's been happening. Guys have been locking the ball up and getting arms stuck in the traffic, and that's what happened to Baba right there. He still had his hand reaching across Shefflin and got him with the foul.
Battling with Shefflin. Hunter will inbound. Hunter lobs under the timeline to Clark. Now over to Gerard. And the Noles man-to-man here.
Late with Gerard. Gerard's had a couple open looks and he's missed them.
Yes, he has. Here's Hall on the screen. Now Gerard thought about the 30-footer. Passed it up. Inside Hall. Hall going to go to work. Backing it on Gainey. Backing in. Lays it up. And in. And one. And a scream. Almost Tyler Hansbrough style. Pumping at the crowd.
Absolutely. It's funny. When he caught the ball, P.J. Hall felt like he got fouled a little bit. He stared the ref down for a second before he made his move. Like, why did you call it? And then he just kind of buried Gainey and went through him. He's All-American candidate, first-team All-ACC candidate for sure. You know, like you're talking about a phenomenal player in P.J. Hall, former #1 basketball player in the state of South Carolina. He's a big-time people.
3-point play. He has 5 points. And the lead now back up to 8 with 4:30 to go. 63-55. Watkins driving all the way in. Top shot. Got it to go. And one into the chest of Shefflin. And Watkins starting to heat on.
Absolutely. Watkins doing what he does. He's been doing it down the stretch here this season. He is attacking the rim. That's why he's getting all these free throws. He just went in straight at Shefflin and said, come on, big boy, try to make a play.
And Shefflin now with 4. Team foul number 7. Corin in. Gainey out. Wiggins going to come in. Shefflin will sit down. Florida State, thus far, knock on wood, has done a great job on Hall and Shefflin.
And it's, Chase Hunter's made some plays, which seems to be like his DNA, making plays on Florida State. But then Gerard, he's made some plays, but he's we've contained him the last few possessions where Florida State's been able to keep him from making his looks at least. He's had some looks.
Watkins at the line, staring into the teeth of that Tiger student section. Waving the streamers. And he shorts the free throw, no good. Clark the rebound. Down by 6, 4:20 to go. 63-57 Clemson.
Stops, gotta have stops.
Back, it looks like, to that matchup zone here.
Yes.
Clark, left wing over to Hunter. Hunter, bounce pass right wing. Clark, he'll attack. In the paint, kicks out now. Wiggins back out to Hunter. 10 to shoot. Lob looking for Clark. Clark got away from Corin. Foul on Corin on the floor. Reaching in. And that's his 4th, and team number 7, and Clark will shoot the 1-and-1.
They are attacking the corners. So with the 1-3-1 look, it's leaving that far side corner open, and you can see the bench down here emphasizing to try to cross-court pass it either for the 3 or just there where they were going for the lob.
63-57 Clemson, 4:01 to go. What a comeback by the Noles to give themselves a shot. 1-and-1. Clark, free throw, money. His first point of the night, he's got 10 rebounds. Tying a season high. Jack Clark, 3 seasons at LaSalle, a teammate of Josh Nickelberry's at LaSalle, by the way. And at NC State last season. Missed the free throw. Miller the rebound, down 7. Under 4 to play. Got to get buckets down the stretch and stops. Watkins trying to go one-on-one with Gerard. They run a double at him. Back out now. Miller, a left wing 3. Coming too strong. And Hall the rebound.
Hall cleared out some space.
Knocked away from behind, but Worley couldn't save it near sideline. They're going to say he's on the sideline before he saved it, unfortunately, and call out of bounds on Florida State. Nearly had a steal of P.J. Hall. Watkins kept it away from behind, and boy, it was close.
You got to love the energy from both these guys. Watkins diving on the floor to make the save, and P.J. Hall chasing the loose ball, jumps like 15 feet and slides the ball. We're talking about a guy that's arguably the best player in the ACC in some categories, and like he's just giving it up trying to win.
And we have a timeout on the floor. 3:40 remains. Clemson leading Florida State 64-57. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
Seminoles fans, kick off the 2024 football season in Ireland when your Florida State Seminoles head to Dublin to take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in the Aer Lingus College Football Classic to be played on August 24th next year in the Aviva Stadium. Visit SeminolesToIreland.com for more information on official travel and hospitality packages. That's Seminoles, the number 2, Ireland.com. Go Noles! We'll see you in Ireland.
Gear up for Noles Hoops this season with the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics, Oyster City Brewing Company. Enjoy a variety of their delicious craft beer, including the new and exclusive officially licensed FSU beer Legacy Lager at their local tap room right down the road from the Tucker Center on West Gaines Street or at retailers across the state. And remember to please drink responsibly. Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics.
Hey, Noles fans, this is Jeff Colhane. If you're looking for more Florida State content and info, make sure you lock in the Behind the Mic podcast, the official podcast of FSU Athletics. We talk with head football coach Mike Norvell, head basketball coach Leonard Hamilton, student athletes, director of athletics Michael Alford, and the biggest names around college athletics covering the biggest games nationally. For the Florida State fan looking for more, make sure you find the Behind the Mic podcast, the official podcast of FSU Athletics, on all streaming platforms.
You're listening to Seminole Basketball. Now back to Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina. Here again, Jeff Colhane.
And Truist, the official retail bank of Florida State Athletics. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. And the AC Marriott Cascade Park is a perfect place to stay and play while in town to catch an Noles game. Wind down with the signature cocktail in our AC Lounge or rooftop bar, Charlie Park. Everything you need under one roof. Book your stay today. Florida State has overcome a 16-point second-half deficit. We went on a 9-0 run, changed up some defenses. Leonard Hamilton went zone here over the last handful of possessions. We got it down to 5, and with 3:40 to go, Jacob, trail by 7, 64-57. Every single possession now beyond critical if you want to come on the road and win this game.
Absolutely, Jeff, and they're right there. It's within their grasp. Had a tough break right here on this loose ball where they tried to wrap it up, which is 2 plays right here at half court where they've missed chances for layups because of the 50-50 ball.
And Chase Hunter brings it across. He has 15 on a couple of threes. Noles, man-to-man right now, looks like. No, run maybe a little zone here. Yep, looks like a little matchup zone again. Hunter off a screen. Miller on him. Hunter inside out of the dribble. Kicks out Wiggins. Wiggins back to Hunter. 4, 3. Gerard somehow got free for a 3. Rolls off, no. And the rebound to Worley.
That was their change offensively at the timeout. Was putting Gerard in the corner.
Worley attacking all the way to the rack. Left-handed scoop shot, no. Tap try Cord, no. Cord in the paint, puts it up, no. Rebound tapped around and a foul on the floor on Clemson. Loose ball foul. That'll be on Wiggins. His first, team number 8, and now we're at the line to shoot the 1-and-1, and we have to make the free throws.
Yes, there's just no substitute for...
One of your keys.
Yes, you're right about that.
Tonight, 9 of 12. Clemson, 16 of 18. They've made more than we've attempted.
66% at the free throw line.
Corin missed it. And Clark can't save it. Miller loses on the ball on the floor, a loose ball. Whistles. What do we got? Everybody's tangled up. What's the ruling?
Their ball.
They said Baba was out of bounds when he touched the ball.
But they're wrong because Clemson is out of bounds.
And you can't look at it right now because it's not under 2 minutes.
Leonard's telling him right now that it's backwards. Like literally the orange shoe is out of bounds, not the white shoe.
So you can't look at it, and we missed the free throw and can't snag the loose ball. A microcosm of some of the things we've seen the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
Frustrating. Here's full court pressure. Hunter able to bring it across, and the Noles stay in that matchup 1-3-1 zone defense right now. Attacking Hunter. Big screen by Hall, but Hunter loses it and turns it over.
Brownell wants a foul, and a foul should be on P.J. Hall.
14th turnover by Clemson. Watkins with it. 2:35 to go, down by 7. Into Corin, back out to Watkins. Watkins working a screen. Watkins going one-on-one with Hall. Watkins all the way in. Got hammered, no call, a block, and Clemson has it.
That's a tough break for Florida State right there. There was so many arms swinging across.
A lot of contact.
A lot of contact.
And now Worley got tangled up with Hall. Things get a little bit chippy now. Gerard with it. Gerard has it near the timeline.
It's like these refs got a flight to catch or something.
Gerard on the dribble. Gerard driving all the way in. Blocked by Worley. And they call a block on the floor on Worley.
I think Worley had him a little bit with his left hand on that drive.
He bumped him.
He nailed him.
Yeah, he bumped him.
But it's like, I get Worley's look because they're getting hammered by Clemson.
Watkins got drilled by Hall on the other end.
Yes, and it's like, it's not a consistent bump.
No.
I mean, I get the frustration from the players. And, you know, Clemson's sitting there, when they get bumped, they want the call too. It's just...
Yeah. Timeout, Leonard Hamilton. 2 minutes left, 64-57. This Florida State team has shown great fight getting back in this one, but just have not been able to get over the hump. We've been down to a 5-point deficit. We have not gotten within 5 points since the 3:48 mark of the first half. And we just can't get over the hump. Clemson's done a nice job at home in keeping the Noles at arm's length a little bit tonight.
Absolutely, Jeff. And it's like all about, like they've weathered storms. You know, they've had key players in P.J. Hall and Shefflin on the bench for significant minutes, especially P.J. Hall. And their bench has stepped up. Clemson's bench has totally come to the game. They're at 23 points. Florida State's bench has got 14 now, coming back in, bringing it back a little bit. But, you know, props to Clemson for doing what they're doing. But Florida State's just right there and can't quite, just as you said, get over the hump.
2 minutes left, trailing 64-57. And both teams are in the bonus, shooting the 1-and-1. And unfortunately, the Noles did so much work getting back in that we've gone cold now. We've only made one of our last 7 shots.
And missed some free throws.
Yeah.
Jameer missed one, which he hadn't missed one in a month, it feels like. And then you've got
Corin
going up there and coming up empty. It's in crucial stretches, man. There's no way to survive when you don't hit the free throws late in the game.
Yep. Spears is in. Worley out with 4 personal fouls. And this is the last guy you want the line in Gerard with 2 minutes left. Over 2,000 points in his career. One of the great three-point shooters in the history of the league. And he's made 44 free throws in a row.
Spears just walked up behind him and said something like he's going to jinx him. He's got to be at like 97% after making all the free throws today.
Free throw. Nothing but net. 45 in a row. 19 for Gerard. What a perfect spot for him to fall as well, land into coming away from Syracuse.
Absolutely, and as you know, this dude has got to be loving the weather. Like, it's a totally different world.
46 in a row. He makes them both a lead to 9. Beadle in, Gerard out for more length. So down by 9 with 2 minutes left. They have blown leads, although at home they've blown a 9-point lead to Georgia Tech. So it has happened.
Yes.
Here is Green off a screen, driving, kicking. Miller gets downhill all the way to the rack, blocked by Shefflin. Corin runs it down and he throws it away. Turnover.
Got to meet the passes. There's not a sense of urgency on catching the passes.
Clark able to bring it across the timeline. Now time on the side of Clemson. Chase Hunter going to stand near the timeline until somebody comes out to check him. Now Darren does. He's out there on him. Hunter between the legs, crossing over. Hunter, 7 to shoot. Hunter crossing to the right hand all the way in. Throws it to Hall. Hall with the left hand off the window. And that's going to make it tough.
Yes, it was a great pass right there. Almost like a little circus play. But you could tell they were planning on doing it the whole time.
Spears, baseline jumper. Got it to go. 14 for Spears. Timeout, Leonard Hamilton. 1:06 left. Down 9.
You got 8 fouls on both teams. With the 8 fouls here on Florida State, they're about to foul again. So that's going to be 1-and-1, and then they're jumping to the double bonus.
You know, like we said, You worked so hard. You dug yourself maybe too deep of a hole trying to get out of it, and might not have a whole lot left in the legs, and that's why you've had, a scoring drought of over 3 minutes before that last bucket.
Absolutely. You've just given it your entire, effort and energy to get to the hump and get to the top of the curve, and it's just you can't quite get over it. And the bench not being usual suspects tonight, you're not getting the points or the production that generally happens for Florida State, and that's kind of leaving them on the short side of the stick.
Worley back in. Korn will sit down. 68-59 Clemson, 106 to go. Full court pressure by the Noles. Gerard has 20, Hunter 15. RJ Godfrey has 12 off the bench. He's been big. Also active defensively. Full court pressure. Clark looking, and fires it into Hall. Now back over to Hunter. Hunter knocked away from behind by Spears. Green, Spears, Worley hammered, shot no good. And a big turnover. Nice, quick hands by Primo on a deflection and steal.
And a super unselfish possession to get that ball back to Worley to give him a chance to score. And Worley to just put his head down and go elevate into P.J. Hall, not to give him a chance to make the block.
That's the fourth on Hall. 2 free throws, Worley at the line, shooting 2. First one. Rattles around, shooter's touch, in. He has 5, the lead 8. 68-60, 59 seconds left. Tommy Morrissey flings him the ball on a bounce. 3 dribbles, Worley, bend to the knees, free throw, money, makes them both. 68-61, 59 seconds left. Clark will inbound again, quickly into Hunter. Now in a double team. Hunter picks it up along the baseline. Awful spot to be. And a timeout called as Watkins nearly tied him up. So the full court pressure, Jacob.
Absolutely. It's like, the guy I would not want to have the ball personally is Chase Hunter. Right. Because he's so fast with the ball, and they're doing a great job containing him. And even though the Primo had him face guard him, they let him catch it, but they did a great job to lock him up and force him to call that timeout.
54.7 to play, 68-61 Clemson. Well, stay tuned. Our Sunstop postgame show is coming up. It only takes one look to find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop. And like Jacob did for about 6 weeks, don't forget about Sunstop rewards. But now he's in there.
Got to get in, man. It's worth it, man. Great spot. I love that spot. I hate to be saying spot. It sounds corny, but it is a great spot to go. I love the Sunstop.
Sunstop's a loyalty program that saves you money on fuel and just about everything else at their 80 locations in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama.
The slogan, stop at the spot.
There it is. That's right.
I got you, bro.
You got
Jump on it. Caleb, if you're listening.
Sunstop rewards. So, 54.7 left. And because you call a timeout, now your 10-second clock starts over as well.
Yes.
In the backcourt for Clemson.
But he can't move. Hold your spot, buddy.
Clark looking to inbound. Knowles frantically chasing. Quickly into Gerard. Gerard not going to give it up. Gerard picks it up. Now back over to Hall. Back to Gerard. Gerard has it knocked away, but Worley bumps into him, and unfortunately, Worley has just fouled out of the game.
Yes, and he's a really strong on-the-ball defender. Got great active hands, but he had to make that play. He had to try to get that ball, but like you said, you're putting the best free throw shooter in the league and one of the top in the country.
Yeah.
At the free throw line.
2 free throws coming for Gerard. Might be checking the clock here. A Sunstop second look from our officials. Jamel Spearman taking a peek at the clock.
It's definitely got to do with the clock, and because the bench for Florida State is
asking for something.
At the clock. Yes. Yeah. And it definitely seems like the clock. At first, I thought maybe he had who's a foul on situation, but it's definitely looking like the clock.
Only takes one look to find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop. Sunstop's a loyalty program. Sunstop Rewards saves you money and fuel and just about everything else at their 80 locations in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. All official reviews brought to you by Sunstop.
Stop at my spot. Sunstop.
He is milking this, baby. You're locked in to our team at Sunstop.
Anyway,
Ridenauer.
Back to the relative issue here.
Yeah. 48.6 to play. We're
7-point
down
game.
by 7, yep.
We're rolling into like the best free throw shooter this side of the Mississippi right now.
Yep.
And we're checking out the clock, folks, to find out for sure if there's any more time on the clock. Every second counts right now for Florida State. Clemson wants them to burn, and Florida State's trying to save them all.
Coming into today, Joe Girard, the third best free throw shooter in America, at 94.3% from the line, behind DJ Davis from Butler and Day Grant from Duquesne. Gerard, right
I feel
there.
Like I'm watching Friday. Day. Day was on the All-Star Game alt-cast with Charles Barkley.
Draymond Green. There you go.
Both. Draymond Green and Day. The guy that played Day in Friday.
Oh, Chris Rock?
No. The other guy. Shoot.
They're going to have to IMDb that one.
We're going to have to get to that.
Yeah.
But the problem is Chase Hunter's 86% from the free throw line. Shefflin's 75% from the free throw line. Yeah. Jack Clark is 83% from the free throw line. Obviously, Girard we're talking about. Wiggins at 83 if they put him in.
Yep.
PJ Hall at 80. Everyone can shoot free throws except for Boz Lida, who has not left the bench today.
He ain't getting it. Free throw. Girard made it. I think his mom is right over here, too. She might have heard me. Hopefully not. Girard now 47 in a row. 69-61 Clemson, 49.1 to play. 48 in a row by Girard, and he will exit 22 points for Joe Girard tonight.
He's definitely a factor in this victory tonight.
Into Spears on the run, dribbling into the corner. Spears has it. Spears crossing. Nice move. Pull-up jumper. Got it. And a timeout by Leonard Hamilton, it looks like, with 41.4 to go. The lead down to 7, 70-63, all right? Here we go.
That timeout, or that clock stoppage and analyzation resulted in close to a second added to the clock, so it was worth the benefit.
You never know.
Absolutely.
The one item, though, you got to be cognizant of is that Florida State just used their last timeout. So no timeouts remain for the Garden Gold. One timeout left for Clemson. Both teams are in the double bonus the rest of the way, and the arrow points at the Tigers. 41.4 to play, 70-63 Clemson. As the Noles are looking to avoid the first 4-game winning streak for the Tigers in the history of the series tonight. And trying to find a win at a place that's, Jacob, always been tough to win at for a lot of teams. Florida State as well. Haven't won here since 2019, nearly 5 years ago to the day. Fee Cabangeli had a double-double that night en route to the 8th straight ACC win, a school record.
Feels like quite some time in this moment as we sit here right now.
Yeah.
Cabangeli, a phenomenal player for Florida State, coming in 6th man of the year. If he'd have stuck around one more season, he would have a whole different pro career.
Into Hall, and he's fouled immediately by Watkins, and Watkins pushed him. And Hall went down. I don't know if he was acting, but those two guys got tangled up, and now a technical foul called on Florida State, and that's just not what you want.
I give P.J. Hall 100%. Now, Jameer realized what he did and held onto his jersey almost like, I wish I hadn't have done that. But he can't do what he did.
So Hall kind of chucked him a little bit after Watkins fouled him, and it wasn't a hard foul.
No.
But obviously Hall has not liked how Florida State has played him tonight with some of the contact and physicality. So he kind of threw a little bit of a turn, and it caught Jameer, and then Jameer shoved him, and PJ, a little bit of acting, then went down, and by that point it was too late.
Yes. And Jameer, in his defense, latched onto his jersey like to not push him. Like he's almost like he tried to pull him back from his, like he made a mental mistake.
Yep.
And kudos to Hall for selling it, but also Hall not to react. I give him some props there. It's hard when you've had a frustrating day like he's had not to react.
So a technical foul has been called, I believe, on Watkins. They're taking a look at it, a Sunstop second look. Be sure to visit one of their 80 stores in North and Central Florida, South Alabama, and South Georgia. Join Sunstop Rewards today. Shop more, save more, Sunstop. And our officiating crew of Bert Smith, Tommy Morrissey, Jamel Spearman get together.
We're up here on the perch, so we don't get the immediate info.
Hall kind of chucked him, and then Watkins shoved him. And what's disappointing is you're trying to get back in the game, and you just, again, it's a brief lapse in judgment, but it's so critical.
Yes, it's a backbreaker.
You know? And you're trying to make winning plays, and Jameer just, unfortunately, it's always the second guy that gets it, because Hall does throw an elbow at him there, and Jameer shoves, holds him. Hall, you might get, an Oscar for that work at 6'10", 250, falling down on that.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little aggressive.
The tough call is Hall with the elbow chicken wing push.
Yeah.
It's going to be called a basketball play, is my prediction here. But they could double T on both. That would be the clean way to make everybody happy.
Yep.
But no one's talking. Well, yeah. Bert's over here explaining it to Brownell.
Yeah. But they're throwing the ball to the Clemson end, which makes me think.
Well, there's a foul. Don't forget.
There's a foul, yes, correct, on Watkins. Hall should be shooting 2. It's whether or not will they give 2 more free throws to Clemson on a technical.
Hall's out of the game if they call a technical on him.
Yes. So we're waiting for the ruling as we sort this out.
And they're talking about the elbow. Bert Smith and P.J. Hall are talking about the elbow, but they're letting it ride.
Watkins picked up his 3rd personal, by the way. He might have double technicals here as Hall is leaving the game.
And Leonard gets to pick the shooter, or he should.
I think if it's double T's, I think you just play on. Yes. Yep, double technicals. The crowd doesn't like it.
Of course not. But honestly, that's the best call they could make. Because, it's like it wasn't like it was a vindictive push. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
In defense of Jameer, I think he deserves some defense there. And P.J. Smirk probably didn't help the situation.
Wiggins misses the free throw. You were talking about Leonard gets to choose the free throw shooter since Hall is out.
Correct.
So he chose Wiggins.
Yes.
Yep. So that works out well to this point. He misses the first one. 40.4 to play. 70-63. Misses them both. And Jackson the rebound. All right, still alive. Final 40 seconds. Spears racing the other way. Oh, he drove and he threw it away.
He had the layup.
He did.
Took it.
And now in a triple team, Gerard. Miller fouls him with 29.7 to go. And I'll tell you what, Spears, you're right, had the layup. And the one time you want Primo to be selfish, he passes it. And he throws it away.
Yes, and then it really jump stop or something. But that's a tough break for Florida State. And now you got
Gerard.
Nothing else said, Gerard.
Yeah.
At the line.
Miller's 3rd, 2 free throws. Gerard, money. Now it's 23. And 71-63.
Go ahead and you can announce this as a make record.
Yeah. He's 9 of 9 from the line tonight. 23 points, make it 24, 10 of 10. And the lead back to 9 in our final 30 seconds. Got to go quickly. Final 25. Spears picks up his dribble. Now hands off to Green. Darren back out to Jackson. Left wing 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Shefflin. And they foul him, and that'll about do it. Hey, before we continue on, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield. Jeff Culhane, Jacob Ridenauer back at Little John Coliseum. 4th foul called on Watkins. at the line. Shefflin misses the free throw. 72-63, 14.8 to go. Second one, got it. Lead at 10, final 15 seconds. Spears racing across, reverse pivot, in and out dribble all the way to the rack, blocked by Wiggins. Spears thought he got fouled, no call. Final 5 seconds, they tie up Chase Hunter, and Watkins has fouled out of the game and is going to get some boos here after his getting tangled up with Hall. And we'll walk the other way and shoot two, and Clemson is going to move on to 9-7 in the league. Gerard waving his arms in the air to get the fans that are left here into it. Why this foul matters is for entertainment purposes, by the way, for people that are curious about the ending score of this game. Free throw. Good. The lead is 11 for Clemson. 74-63, final 3.8. And Hunter misses the second into Watkins. Final 3 seconds. Watkins will launch a three from the logo. It's no good. And Clemson will sweep the season series from Florida State. And Little John Coliseum continues to be just a house of horrors for the Noles, as Florida State now has won just twice in this building in their last 9 tries. Clemson wins, Jacob, 74-63.
Yeah, it was an odd game. It started off really weird with a lot of turnovers from both teams. At one point, we had 8 turnovers and 6 made field goals from both teams. And a long time before Florida State got their first free throws, but they still got back in the game. They had themselves in a decent situation, but the outcome is not what you wanted as a Florida State fan. And just too much down the stretch with the offense and the scoring ability of Clemson.
74-63 the final. Sunstop postgame show is on the way. You'll take a timeout. You're listening to Seminole basketball from Learfield.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On ACC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/ACC Sports.
Choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler, like choosing True as One checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truest One checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at Progressive.com. This is the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield.
Located in the heart of Tallahassee, our friends at Scott & Wallace are proud to be the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles. Strength, determination, passion, and a proven will to succeed. Scott & Wallace, serving personal injury clients in Florida's capital city and beyond. Scott & Wallace, the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles.
It's Al from the Good Feet store. If you've been suffering with knee, hip, or back pain, the problem may be right under your nose. Your whole body is supported by your feet. If they're out of alignment, that could cause issues in your knees, hips, and even your back. The Good Feet system helps put your feet in their ideal position. Just stop in, meet with one of our specialists who will personally fit you with the perfect arch support system. You walk around, try them for free, and then you decide if they work for you before you buy. How great is that?
Visit us in the Carriage Gate Shopping Center or goodfeet.com.
The game may be over, but there's much more coming your way. Welcome to the Sunstop postgame show. Sunstop, food, fuel, and more. Find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop, a proud sponsor of Florida State Athletics. The Sunstop postgame show is also sponsored by People's Gas, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back. Learn more at peoplesgas.com. Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics. And by SeatGeek, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Florida State Athletics. The Sunstop postgame show begins now.
74-63 final. Clemson a winner tonight. Now 9-7 in the ACC. The Noles fall to 8-8 in league play here this year. Sunstop postgame show. Be sure to visit one of their 80 stores in North and Central Florida, South Alabama, and South Georgia. Join Sunstop Rewards today. Shop more, save more at Sunstop. Correct myself from earlier. Obviously, Jameer Watkins did not foul out as he shot the last shot of the game. His technical gave him 3 personals, and he committed a foul at the end there on Chase Hunter for his 4th. Nevertheless, Watkins leads the way with 18. Primo Spears had 16. Baba Miller had 12. And Joe Girard, 24 to lead all scores. 10 of 10 from the line. 4 threes. And like you said, it's tough to win here, number one. But when you don't play your best brand, we had 12 turnovers that led to 14 points tonight. And they were able to get to the line 30 times and make 24 of them. It's going to be tough to win against a Clemson team that is going to be in the NCAA tournament this year.
And we talked about it earlier that Florida State has shot more free throws and made one more free throw than Clemson on the season. And your rebuttal to me was I had not noticed that Florida State's opponents shoot more free throws than usual against Florida State, which is exactly how this shook out with double. They had 30 and made 24, and Florida State had 15 and made 11, and that 13 points is basically the difference in the game because Florida State's got 24 made field goals. Clemson's got 22 made field goals. There's 2 points hanging out right there on 2 extra threes that Clemson had made. But then you take those 13 free throws that were made, and you sit there and go, if they make their other 4, it doesn't matter. If they go 15 for 15 from the line, Florida State still falls short on the outcome. But the turnover thing was ugly early. It got cleaned up. Florida State finished up with 12 turnovers. Clemson had 15. Florida State turned them over with their 11 steals like usual, doing that part. They got their numbers up late with 18 points off turnovers. Both teams 32 points in the paint. But the bench play from Clemson is probably really like the backbreaker in the game because you had P.J. Hall in check and foul trouble, et cetera, with just his 7 points and 2 rebounds. And then you got a 5-point disparity, 23 points for Clemson's bench and 18 points for Florida State.
74-63 of the final. More to come in the Sunstop postgame show. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Join the Sunstop Rewards program to rack up points with every purchase. The more you shop, the more you save. Add our Sunny Saver payment card and save even more money on every fuel purchase. It's as easy as an uncontested layup. Try some fresh Southern-style food from one of our delis. Swing by Sunstop before or after the big game. Sunstop has fuel to keep you going, snacks, and hot deli items that'll score with your taste buds every time. Sunstop Convenience Stores. Your game day, your way. Go Noles!
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is Florida State basketball from Learfield.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
Hi, I'm Jira. I am a team leader at Chick-fil-A. To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Excellence defines us, so we'll never let orthopedic pain and injury define you. TOC is a physician-led team of fellowship-trained specialists providing the highest level of orthopedic care in the region. With 12 centers of excellence and TOC Now urgent care clinics, our patients access affordable, expert care fast. TOC, only experts. Schedule an appointment at teamtoc.com.
(74-63) the final. Florida State falls to Clemson tonight. How about our Tico People's Gas high energy performance, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back? Learn more at peoplesgas.com. How about Baba Miller tonight? I thought Baba would have loved him to be more aggressive. Made some big baskets tonight.
Those are my marks on Florida State's side. Even go to Jameer Washington with his 18 points. He was 6 of 14. He had to put a lot of work in to get those points. Baba was like 5 of 8, 2 for 3 from deep. And his missed three was really clean looking. Thought it was going to go in. His 6 rebounds. I'm with you. We talked about it during the broadcast. It's like, I wish he could get more looks. I wish he could get more touches in a scoring situation through the course of this game. Would have been nice, and I think it potentially could have changed some things. But kudos to the defense. Clemson did a good job on defense, and Florida State vice versa. Both teams showed zone. It's not something used to. Florida State played 2 different zone renditions, and even like a full court, 3/4 court press, trying to mix the game up, and it worked. But then they kind of lost it a little bit offensively, and it fell back in.
74-63 the final. Trip Herd up next, and we'll have our conversation with Leonard Hamilton on the way. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
I'm John Davis, Secretary of the Florida Lottery, and I'm proud to lead an agency that is creating brighter futures for Florida students, families, and communities. As the primary funding source of the Bright Future Scholarship Program, the lottery has helped nearly 1 million students reach their dream of a post-secondary education. And we will continue to do our part to ensure that every student across this state is aware of these opportunities and has the resources needed to succeed. Because together, we can build a brighter future for all.
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
This is Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios. Trip Herd with you for one last look at scores from the ACC and top 25. The Noles come up short tonight in Little John Coliseum, 74-63. The final. Florida State now 14-13 overall, and they fall to 8-8 in ACC play. Clemson improves to 19-8, 9-7. in league play, and we'll give you a quick recap now of all the ACC action so far today. It was a 2 o'clock start time in Winston-Salem, North Carolina for Wake Forest and number 8 Duke. Blue Devils coming into the day looking for a possible outright lead in the conference standings, but they ran into a rowdy sellout crowd in Wake Forest.
Eyes the mark, lets it go. It's missed. Rebound Duke. And the Devils have it. Second miss of the day for Boofy Miller. Here comes Duke in the front court, and a near steal. It is taken away by Miller. Ahead of the pack. Miller will drive in for the layup. Give it to him. He steals and he scores, and Wake leads at 81-76. Here's a Duke drive and a lost ball out of bounds by Rhodes. Off his turnover to Wake Forest with 59 seconds to go.
That was Stan Cotton on the call from Learfield, 83-79 the final, as the Deacs improved to 10-6 in the ACC, and they really helped their chances at an NCAA tournament spot. The star today for Wake Forest, Hunter Salas, he had 29 points to lead Wake. Kyle Filipowski had 17 for Duke, as the Blue Devils now fall to 12-4 in league play. And the 4 p.m. slot, that belonged to number 10 North Carolina and Virginia. The Hills and the Cavaliers hooking up in Charlottesville. It was a low-scoring affair in John Paul Jones Arena, and UNC controlled the action through most of the day.
Cadeau still dribbling near the timeline. Gets it down low. Ingram was unguarded for the layup right side. They drew up something beautiful in the huddle.
Jones Angel on the call as UNC wins 54-44. UNC big man Armando Bacot with another double-double on the season, 10 points and 13 rebounds for UNC as they stay on top of the ACC at 13-3. UVA with the loss now sits at 11-6 in conference play. Elsewhere, Syracuse wins at home over Notre Dame 88-85. The final from the JMA Wireless Dome, Chris Bell with 18 points to lead the Orange. Notre Dame freshman Marcus Burton with another big game for the Irish in a losing effort. He had 28 points to go along with 8 assists. He's averaging just over 16 points a game for Notre Dame. But they now fall to 5-11 in league play with the win. Syracuse is now back above 500 in conference play at 9-8. We had another good game today in Raleigh as NC State played host to Boston College.
And reaches in, trying to knock it away from Burns. Burns now puts it down, head tacks the basket, scores, and draws the contact.
That was Tony Haynes on the call as the Wolfpack wins 81-70 in PNC Arena. We heard DJ Burns Jr. with the bucket there. He had 19 on the day as NC State gets to 9-7 in ACC play. BC will now drop to 6-10. Another final from the Watsco Center. Miami loses its 6th game in a row as they fall to Georgia Tech this afternoon, 80-76. The final score. Canes now 6-11 in the ACC. Yellow Jackets, they pick up their 5th win in league play. They're now 5-12. One last conference score to take a look at. Pitt gets it done at home. They take care of business against Virginia Tech, 79-64. Jalen Lowe with 18 points for the Panthers, who are now 9-7. The Hokies fall to 7-9. We'll take a break, come back, and check in on the top 25. The final score in our game, one more time, Clemson 74, Florida State 63. You're listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles reminds you to stay in the game and play by the rules. Texting and driving is against the law. One text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving around twice the length of a basketball court with your eyes closed. To win while driving, you must focus. Put it down and focus on driving to arrive alive.
Gear up for Knowles Hoops this season with the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics, Oyster City Brewing Company. Enjoy a variety of their delicious craft beer, including the new and exclusive officially licensed FSU beer Legacy Lager at their local tap room right down the road from the Tucker Center on West Gaines Street or at retailers across the state. And remember to please drink responsibly. Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics.
This is FSU basketball from Learfield.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. TMH is home to the region's only comprehensive stroke center, one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only Level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
Barry knows cool, he's keeping you comfortable. Barry knows cool, you can put him to the test.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com.
Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios. Looks like Jeff Colhane now has Coach Leonard Hamilton for our post-game interview. We'll send it over to Jeff.
All right, thank you, Tripp. Coach, your guys fought in that second half to cut that lead down. We were down by 14, cut it down to 5, and battled a good Clemson team on the road here tonight. Where did you feel the difference was in the game for your group trying to get back into it?
Well, it's obvious that we had a lot of good looks that just didn't fall for us. And they had contested looks that were a little tougher shots than I thought that we were taking. And they shot better than us now. It was, you have those games where you, as a team, you want to work your butt off to try to get the best shots you can. And I thought our guys did that. I thought the execution was not bad at all. We just didn't finish some shots that I thought that we would like to have fallen. You got to give Clemson a lot of credit. I thought they did a good job on the boards in terms of creating the atmosphere that we didn't get as many offensive rebounds as I thought with as many missed shots we had. We took what 65 shots?
Yes.
And that's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Coach, you mix the defense up when you guys were coming back, and it paid off. You got some turnovers, you got back up to the hump and cut it right there within 5, and a couple of loose balls right there that could have went your way. It's like the story of the night, like you said, like the shots wouldn't fall on those 2 loose balls right there back to back at midcourt. Kind of hurt.
We had some unique opportunities there when we got some deflections and the ball just rolled to somebody else. We got a block and it rolled to somebody else. And we had shots that kind of rimmed in and was bouncing around that we thought was going to go in. They came out. And they had tougher shots that went in. And that's confidence, that's belief and growth and maturity. And so I do feel that if we just continue to keep fighting, remain the way, I think it's all going to pay dividends for us as we continue through the rest of the season.
Yeah, Coach, talk about the zone look you threw out there. Had a little 1-3-1, a little matchup zone it looked like in the second half, and it got them on their heels when you made your run.
Well, because we don't play a lot of zone defense, obviously no one ever thinks that we're going to play zone, and they probably hadn't even had one possession of practice because we very seldom ever used it. But it was a good enough change for us that it created some indecision on their part, and they missed a couple of shots. And we had our opportunities, and we made a couple of turnovers, missed a couple of shots, and that allows a loss to a very good team.
And the highlight, Baba had a really, obviously everybody, but Baba had some good moves and late, and he had a 2 for 3 from 3, 5 of 8 from the floor.
Well, there's no doubt that we need for him to be a little more aggressive during the course of the game. He's such an unselfish player. He's a pass-first guy. He tries to play the game the right way, but he's gained his confidence when he decides that he wants to go make a basket. He's He's extremely aggressive, and he does a great job finishing. Now, what we need him to do is be a little bit more aggressive, similar to what Jameer's given us. And I think Bob is very capable of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, always great talking to you, and thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Comments of the head coach, Leonard Hamilton. Tripp, we'll send things back to you.
Thanks, Jeff. That was Leonard Hamilton post-game with Jeff Colhane there. We'll take one more break, come back, and wrap things up. You've been listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. To learn more, visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida State Seminoles. Go Noles!
They say good things come to those who wait. But with delivery or curbside pickup from Publix, powered by Instacart, now they come without the wait. In as little as an hour, you could have the good stuff like key lime pie and chocolate chip cookies come right to your door. Get started at Publix.com/shop because you can never have too much of a good thing. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Item prices vary from item prices in physical store locations. Fees, tips, and taxes may apply, subject to terms and availability.
This is the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield.
Located in the heart of Tallahassee, our friends at Scott & Wallace are proud to be the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles. Strength, determination, passion, and a proven will to succeed. Scott & Wallace, serving personal injury clients in Florida's capital city and beyond. Scott & Wallace, the official law firm of the Florida State Seminoles.
Take a moment and think of one thing that you really wanted to do recently, but you didn't because your foot, leg, or back pain got in the way. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and that's why we're here, to help you get back out there. Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store are designed to alleviate foot, knee, hip, and back pain, plus provide improved balance, more comfort, and, well, a better life. Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit us in the Carriage Gate Shopping Center or goodfeet.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Florida State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of Florida State and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Florida State University.
Tripp Hurd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios as we wrap things up. 74-63, the final from Little John Coliseum. Florida State comes up short against Clemson. I want to quickly take you through a look at what's coming ahead this week on the Seminole Sports Network. Tuesday night basketball back on the hardwood, 9 p.m. tip, back in the Tuck against NC State. That means we'll be on the air with our pregame show at 8:30 p.m. Then on Wednesday, we've got Inside Seminole Basketball at 7 p.m. They'll be taking a look back at the NC State game. Also a look ahead at next Saturday's game, March 2nd. Seminoles back on the road at Georgia Tech. That one is a noon tip, so that means we're on the air at 11:30 a.m. next Saturday. For Jeff Colhane, Jacob Ridenauer, this is Tripp Hurd signing off from the Learfield Network studios. You've been listening to Seminole Basketball from Learfield.
You've been listening to Florida State University basketball on the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by Truist, the official retail bank of Florida State Athletics. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. People's Gas, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back. Learn more at peoplesgas.com. Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics. Sunstop, food, fuel, and more. Find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop, a proud sponsor of Florida State Athletics. And by SeatGeek, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Florida State Athletics. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Seminole Sports Network.